looked up. Like, I don't even know what that means. I keep missing these lives and seeing people post clips. Lady Glitterfart, she is on private. So that's probably why. And I've asked her to go public because at least if she was going to ask me to talk to her about Rev, I was like, go public. And so, but she won't. They're going to get the brother kicked out. Yes. The feet were actually less black. She did in the nicest way possible. Her hair looked washed yesterday. It did look washed. Who would have thought it would only take a couple days for it to right back to toxic? I don't know, David. It shocked me. Mad you touched the shit. Now your fingers stink. Yep. The brother already lost his job? What? How did that happen? When? See, like, there was parts that I definitely missed. Who's sending the bruise for Wyatt? I don't know. I was wondering when I was watching that, how do you have a beer in his hand? Yep, I told her that, and she said she took a shower. LOL. I thought she had her hair washed. Did she ever go live last night? No, if she did, I fell asleep long before. I fell asleep while in block live still. Some lady sent him 50 yesterday. Jesus Christ. People do it's just to get them all riled up. Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know how he continues to get alcohol. Well, I do. People are sending it to him, but Bearded, he hasn't been live. Yesterday he only went live on her account, and that was to have her take accountability, which she did not do. She did not do. Yeah, he has not been live. And then she kept accusing him of talking to another girl, which it can't be her catfish. I don't know. I did not call. I did not. I know, Mike, that was the kind of ironic part. Well, they both did ironic things yesterday. He was getting on to her about taking accountability, and then she was calling Rev a horrible person for faking a baby. And I just said, I don't even know what's going on in this universe tonight. We all know he's talking to another girl. Yeah, probably. There's always just another girl in the background. But she tells him it's okay, or she makes a catfish. I get that she doesn't really like it, and she said she's shared that. But then she goes, I don't know. It's complicated. You can't tell them it's okay, and then if they don't get away from each other, it's going to end badly. I agree, your girl. I said it's a snapped episode in the making since the start. Then they randomly appear like Baby Ruth. Yep. Baby Ruth. I loved you and Baby Ruth. I'll never forget that line. They are twisted individuals. Yeah. That's mental illness at its finest. And not the kind that all of us have. Well, maybe parts of it, but like the rest of it, I don't know. All these women, and he hasn't seen one in real life. I know. I think she likes to prefer to keep it that way, and if it gets real, that's when she flips out. Snapped is only 60 minutes, Ash. Oh. It'll be a Netflix documentary one day. Hi, Britt. I'm letting you up. I just saw that. Hello, girl.
Hi. I just coming to hang out with you.
Thank you.
We'll smoke us a couple packs and
Hell yeah.
talk some shit.
Jennifer, Baby Ruth, the daughter, like 10 years older than him too. I'll never forget Baby Ruth. That night, that comment sent me for the rest of my life. I loved you, Baby Ruth. It'll definitely be a 4-part series. I agree. And we'll be there We'll be there for the documentary. Yes. Memo on the chair did crack me up, Lucas. My first comment to the first person streaming it was, "Who is that Memo in the chair?" She was just sitting there unfazed, like this is normal. She
Not
was
the
probably in the
Mimo
background
and the
just like hit
Moo
him. Hit him. Just hit him. I'm not supporting domestic violence. I'm making jokes. That is all.
Moo. We love TikTok shop.
We love TikTok shop, and neither one of them should be putting hands on each other whatsoever. Did you see that living room? I did. I saw that the couch when she was sitting on it was like picked to bits. What will they be asking for today? I don't know. I didn't remember the motel until someone just reminded me, and that was random. In the middle of that argument, her asking for a motel. That was suspect. What do you mean?
That's why I think it's all bullshit. That's why she got off and said, "I'll be back, guys," because they gotta, think of what they're gonna do next.
Kelly,
I don't know if I'm falling for it just yet because it's right in the
so,
middle of everything. That's why I need money for a hotel so I can get away from him. No.
yeah, no, that was weird.
Yeah.
Kelly Lee, I've been saying that I need to do that TikTok, but I do want everyone that's been a part of the universe to do it with me. Like, and I clip them all together.
Oh, I'll fucking totally do it, and I'll send you my clip.
I think that'll be hilarious.
Yeah.
Ron, you think it was a money grab? It might be. Like, that's what, when the motel thing happened in the middle, she's only doing that to get Wyatt at Wyatt. Yeah. It's an act. You guys might be right. I'll do it, Sarah. Yeah, I want everyone just to film their portion of it. All of us walking to the chair and then pretending to look at each camera, and then I will edit it all together if you guys send it to me.
And I get my teethers fixed at 1:30 today, so I'll be good to go.
Hell yeah. The room is suspicious. The room is wild. I don't even. I was trying to understand the space. I was thinking about doing it about my ex who was DL, but Sarah, brutal. I think she wants a room to say, "Look, they helped me get away this time." Vanessa, oh, maybe. Hi, Lily. Sorry, I saw a random name just Joy, and it said Wyatt touched, and I was like, "Touch what? What is?" Welcome to the live, Wyatt touched. The upside down couch was hilarious. I did him dirty, and that's all that matters. I think it's real. I think she only asked for room to get at him, or she asked for a room because I think sometimes maybe she thinks like if she does that stuff, if she gets money of some capacity, he will be nice to her.
Absolutely.
There you
And
are.
it actually kind of.
Wyatt touched in my. It said Wyatt touched in my sleep. I was like, what is this full name that I just read? Thank you for clearing that up for me. There was an upside down couch. There was an upside down couch. There was a lot going on in the background. I was trying to take it all in, but I couldn't.
It kind of made me sad when he made the comment that just so everybody knows he's leaving, and so you promised me if I gave you a phone back you wasn't going to leave me. You have to stick up to like that. He's such a manipulator that, and I know she's just as guilty, but at the same time her screws are just a little bit more loose than his are, and I want to feel bad for her, and then I don't know, man. And then you see her get on again, and she's like fucking savage. She's eating it up, laughing at people roasting the fuck out of him.
I want to feel. I guess I want to feel bad for her, like you said, like he's a manipulator, and that like when she was saying that stuff, and I did in that moment, and then the next moment she was like, you lied to me and my mom," and in my head, I'm like, okay, the mother is the responsible one here. What do you mean she's doing the same shit? Like,
right.
So I'm like, I don't even know how to feel about this situation because I'm like, there's people that are supposed to be the responsible people involved, and I don't trust none of you motherfuckers.
Right.
Was that a trap house? I don't think so. I hope someone takes Brian. Lily, I do too.
She's definitely weaponizing her disability. I agree, Lily. Especially hearing, the message that Ron sent Block last night and let her read out loud that they couldn't even, they won't take Stephanie to jail because she doesn't understand her Miranda rights. That's total bullshit. Total
Kelly,
bullshit.
Kelly, the poor lady he told to say yes about her hitting him sounded scared. Yeah, everyone in the situation sounds like nervous, and I'm like, at some point, like you all, I mean, if all of you take on this situation, I think you'll be okay. I think you will. I don't know. Maybe she gets like super strength, and they're because they all just sound tired. I was raised by people like why they're both enjoying and hating this. Hopefully the brother kicks him out. Don't worry, I used a vacuum for the hickey. Sick. If he's going to be with her, then he needs to be with her. Yeah, I just don't think they need to be together. Yeah, they could easily take her in for psych. That's where I just don't. That's where like some of the times like when people are saying it's a skit, like that's where I'm like, there's gotta it has to be. I don't know. Like some of it can't be real. Because I would have been like, even if that was my sister and I very much cared for her, I'm like, girl, I love you, but I can't deal with this shit. You're going somewhere.
Right. Or at least kick him out. Like, protect your sister at all costs if you have to, but you don't have to protect him and take care of him. I mean, that's what I don't understand. And then, when he was sitting out and they were talking about they threatened to off each other, and he made the girlfriend or the brother's girlfriend, say it out loud that Stephanie was the one that said it to him. It just don't make any sense. That it almost seems like they're right there in the middle of it. Like it. That's why it's hard to tell if it's real or not.
He tries to make her look worse than him, and he puts her on blast because he's such a terrible person. Yeah. I mean, they both have done diabolical shit. Like, you can't even, like, the lengths they have gone to hurt each other is just something I do not understand.
And publicly at that.
You're smart enough to understand rights. Yeah, I agree with that. That wouldn't work in Alabama. She would be arrested and they would have to prove her disability. Vaxim Hickory is such Amber Reed coded. Oh my God. I've been catching her lives lately. She is on TikTok. I think at this point they deserve each other. Yeah. But in the end, everyone is responsible for their own actions. Yep. Not brother's girlfriend. Yeah, that wasn't Brit. That wasn't the brother's fiance.
Oh, okay.
That was Leanna.
Okay.
And I'm only saying the name because he said her name. But her real name is Lynn, and he called her Brianna. But if the brother has lost his job, maybe he's dealing with it for help when she gets paid. Maybe they both suck, but he wants people to hate her more. Yes, Jules. Yeah, he does. I mean, we've seen him. He is always the victim in the situation. Always the victim. If he can frame himself out to be the one that was taken advantage of, hurt, mistreated, he will. And it has worked for him for most of his life. I think it's a bruise on her neck.
Well,
Smith,
and that's what I originally thought.
I did too, except I was in another chat and people were like dissecting the picture, I guess, that's been posted. And it's only the one though. Like,
Yeah. And so I thought, maybe if his hands were around her neck, usually your thumb is your strongest point of contact when you're doing something like that. And so I thought maybe it was his thumbprint, if he grabbed it, and that's why it was just that one right there, because I don't know. But then, I thought that, and I, argued that several times yesterday until I got on and seen where he was going off about that she beat the crap out of him, about broke his finger, had him under a chair or something, and I don't know.
yeah, I am very confused on it. I think it's for attention because why fight on live and not keep it private?
Yeah.
I think it's their jabs at each other that they take is live. They've always gone on live to make each other look like the asshole, and that's just their history. Looks too big for a tonight we'll be back at Taco Tuesday for Wyatt. It'll be okay. I feel like there would have to be a counter pressure for another finger. Yeah, I that's where I'm like confused. I said maybe he poked her, like because like I'm like I just don't see how it's just the thumb. The bully getting bullied. Yeah, I'm also feeling like they're both. Yeah, Sarah. They do it live so they can have validation for their choices. Yes, that's what I. I think it is.
Maybe it's he poked her with the red rocket. That could be the easiest access to the tightest crevice on our body. So
It was probably the dog paw. Yeah, I don't know. That's a mystery bruise on her neck to me. I don't know if I cannot confirm it's a hickey. I cannot confirm it's a bruise from his finger. It could be either. I have no idea. I'll never know. We'll never know for sure either, because like there's always like a level of untruth to their stories. It does like a vacuum mark. It does. When someone said they used the vacuum, I was like, well,
and
maybe.
she would do some shit like that too to get him in trouble. Put a vacuum to her fucking neck, make it look like a bruise.
I don't know. Some people use that as a fetish too. I'm just saying. And if Brian would be, I'd be running away and sign the over to animal control. I know. I feel so bad for Brian. I can't even hit the G spot. Ew. Hickeys are oddly shaped and discolored. Yeah, Lily. It's not like a normal hickey for
And
sure.
that's what I was saying yesterday. Like it's got really fine edges. Usually hickey has, like the blood spots on it where all the blood, that you pull to the skin that you I don't know, whatever it's called.
Cody,
It doesn't look right.
I told you all yesterday we ruined breakfast around here, and then blocked ruins dinner. That's how it works in this universe. I got you for breakfast, so if you're dieting, I'm gonna ruin the breakfast foods. But by dinner time, blocked will have you. Wait, did we find out if Britt found her teeth in the yard?
I did not, Sydney, but I go today at 1:30 to get them fixed, so I'll be brand new by 3 p.m. hopefully.
Indian storm thing is she don't seem that upset when she's on live. I get that, but like, and I saw people commenting on that, but like, have you like sometimes like I think she's a lot more normal than we give her credit for because like I don't know. I've been in some fights before and I've been cackling in the middle of them. I'm not gonna lie. Like when the guy is just losing his shit and I'll be like, you know what, this is funny as hell. That's
Yeah.
fun. So like I can't even lie about that. There's sometimes
Oh, she must have got a phone call.
sorry, no, I accidentally when I was coming back inside, I scrolled up and paused my screen.
Oh.
I can throw herself into shit to make a bruise. Well, he doesn't have, hold on, I'm missing comments. He doesn't have teeth getting in the way, so it probably seals well. It's the gap, as Cowboy put it. A fetish is wild. I'm just saying. Why they already do like the weird role play of another girl in the relationship, which is not weird at that, whatever, what is it? I don't yuck a yum. Whatever gets you going is what gets you going. I don't care. Why doesn't
while
Steph
I'm
live
while
with
I'm
his
thinking
mom?
about it, the the screenshots of his Facebook of that Brianna girl that's going around and people's asking like, "Who's this new character? Oh, she should be warned." Blah blah blah. If you guys haven't, I guess some people haven't put two and two together, but it's obvious that it's Stephanie because the last name of that profile is her Uncle Ron's name on TikTok.
Well, and Blocked posted, someone close to the family has confirmed that it was a catfish.
Yeah, I mean, she literally. Well, first of all, when all this was going down, do you remember when he had first got to Florida? She's talking about a Brianna girl that her friend that really liked him or whatever, and we all thought she was talking about Arbui, and it ended up being the Brianna person, and then she literally made the last name the same name as her uncle Ron. Like it's obvious that it's her. I mean, you at least use a different last name, not somebody that's attached to your bloodline.
Wyatt's touching my sleep said his vacuum's worn out. Can someone send a new one? Bam Bam said it might have sucked her neck with a shop vac. It might have been a shop vac. I could see the power on that. The crevices out first. Simply Katie.
Ew.
The mental pics aren't hitting this morning. Cody, we're making Cody nauseous. Yeah, lying about DV is not okay. I don't partially think it's all a lie. I do think they put hands on each other. I do.
Yeah, I do too.
I think Cowboy would close the gap. You turned him down, so he ran back to cure his ego. Man, what a cure. What a fucking cure. Ron, yes. Hi, Carrie. He spent too much time sucking everyone dry the last couple of weeks. His hickey game probably tired by now. Yeah, he's got to be exhausted.
Sorry, Uncle Ron. I know that's what I meant.
Yeah, not my bloodline, only by marriage. Yeah, no, he just I do think that she does take references that are easy for her when she catfishes, like things that are known to her. And I mean that like it's just like when she's thinking of a name, she's like, "Oh, I know this last name or I know this person. I'll use this picture." It's
Yeah,
it's always someone that's pretty known to her.
and to literally make it Brianna Wills, it's diabolical because and how he would even fall for that, I have no idea.
I at this point I cannot feel sorry for him getting cat. Like how many there's been I don't know how many now. At this point, if you're not suspect every time you get a random message, and it's always the same stories though too. It's always a woman in an abusive situation needing to be saved with children. I think all of that is weird. I think that all of that is weird. I think that the fact that there's always children involved, weird. I think it's
Yep.
always a woman needing saved by Wyatt,
That's what I
weird.
was going to say. By Wyatt of all people?
I think it's always weird. Like it's always just like this weird storyline, and he falls for it every time. Like I don't know why you think every woman is seeking you out to be saved, Wyatt, but that's you are the last person that I would seek out in this universe to be saved. Like I I, I would call anyone. I would call anyone.
Literally.
Um, I haven't lost the moat lately. I'm so glad. Video call, Lord, I know. I'm single from Nigeria. Well, I'm sorry. Well, it could be a good thing, Diamond. Being single's not a bad thing. Imagine swooning over a hobo. No, I know. Him saying their 19-year-old kid had me rolling. Yeah. Whatever happened with her pregnancy, I don't know. That was gone with the wind. She has not addressed that, but she has addressed Reb faking a pregnancy, which, again, the irony in that was,
The
I'm like,
baby had to be put down.
the irony in that just sends me. I'm single in Fort Worth looking for Starbucks. Did Steph ever go live with Block last night? No, Texas Bay. I fell asleep. She had been messaging me. Um, she just said Rev is never nice to her, and she's always in a bad mood. And I'm like, I think you both are probably in a bad mood. Do we have the lady for you? Ryder, Rev putting the baby down took me the fuck out. I farted, not pregnant. Yeah, it might have been a gas pain. It might have been a gas pain.
Wrench has been live. I was just watching Wrench at like 6 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, he was. I was scrolling, and
He's been live all night.
he was still up. I woke up at like 5 something and went back to sleep, and he was still awake, going hard.
Yeah, he was live when I laid down about 2, and then fucking cats woke me up at a little bit after 6 this morning, and he was still live.
Mom went over after she paused. Oh, so she was going. He's live now. Yeah, I think you guys took my Brian Tuma. My brain tumor. Now it's back. I mean, I'm sorry. It's my fault. I'll take the one for that too.
Hi,
Ashley's
boy.
from a bush is really wild. It is. He's running all night, I think. Yeah, he's been hanging out. Then someone commented about us asking, and he started blocking. Oh, yeah, I do remember someone saying, I think it was Betty Lou yesterday when she got in my box yesterday morning, said he had court today. I haven't kept up with it.
Is it today? I was going to ask when it was. Because I thought
Yeah,
it was last week he was supposed to have court.
you didn't know not to ask. Texas, I mean, the rules change daily with these people. All of them. All of them. One day we're talking freely about stuff, and the next day we're getting blocked. Me and Justin are going to Love in the shower tonight. No, not live, maybe. Well, he's drunk for court. They'll call him out for that. I'm just letting him know. They will call him out for that. Going to court drunk is crazy. Yeah. I can't. It's not the smartest thing to do. But I guess if you, I mean, I don't know. I guess if you know what's gonna happen, you're just like, I'm gonna let it happen.
It could be a way to instead of, getting a jail time, get mandatory rehab and get some help, which I
Yeah.
really do think would be great for him. He's a good guy. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He's lost, sort of.
I don't see him even showing up. Yeah. I agree with that, Texas.
They'll put a bench warrant out for him so damn quick, they ain't even funny. Surely he won't be crazy enough to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope he doesn't do that, but yeah, it is what it is at this point. All of them have pretty much made their own beds, and now they're laying in them.
That's right.
I thought he had court yesterday. I don't know why I said court like that, Suzuki. He was walking around town early morning. Yeah, I thought he did too, but then Betty Lou came in here and said that she doesn't know why he was walking around downtown, that he has court today, and that she was going to contact him before court today when she was in my live yesterday. I live 20 minutes from him. I searched the docket. Okay, Shark fans, it's at 3 p.m. Oh, all that going and brother not even home. Oh, where was brother at, Ron? Sorry, my voice is crappy today, y'all. There's like pollen or something in the air, and it's killing me. I tried this like new energy drink. It's called like Update or whatever. It has 0 calories and 0 sugar, and it's mandarin orange, and it tastes like shit. Okay, it tastes like shit. Do not try it. I had my very first ever warrant. Britt Austin said he would pay my ticket, but never did. What happened? You got a warrant?
Oh shit! That's that's one of my personal friends that lives here.
I've gotten a warrant before, girl, for a ticket.
Damn, Leah, you ain't never been in any kind of legal trouble. That's scary. I'm sorry.
A lot of the times for a ticket, if you call and just pay it, they'll drop the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, I didn't even know I got a warrant for a ticket. I didn't even know I had a ticket. It was like I forget. I think it was like a red light ticket or something, and they sent a warrant out for me because I didn't pay it. Well, I didn't know I had it, and then I just called when they called me about the warrant. I just called and paid back. I just paid it because I was like, I don't want to even deal with it. Why doesn't Steph kick Justin out? Because she doesn't want him gone, Michael. She doesn't. At the end of the day, what she really wants is for him to turn around and say, I want to be with you. I'm sorry. I don't want anyone else. Like, and maybe that's me making an assumption, but I don't think I'm wrong. I don't.
No, and it was clear yesterday when he said he was leaving again, and she freaked out and said, "You promised me that you weren't leaving if I gave you a phone back." She doesn't want him to go nowhere.
No. And even if she would be fine, even if he was happy and miserable. I mean, not happy, if he was there and miserable. Like, if she would be fine if, like, he was tied up to a chair. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I feel like it's like at the point of like Misery, the movie,
Yep.
or the Stephen
It's
King
like
novel.
Yeah. Oh, that's my wife put me on that movie. It's one of her favorite movies. We watch it like at least once a week.
Yeah, Suzuki's good. That's how I feel. Like, I feel like she would be happy just like if she could tie him to a chair in her living room and he could be miserable, but she would be happy because he would be hers.
Some psycho crazy shit.
Yeah, I just don't think it's like a healthy kind of love. I don't doubt that she loves him. I just don't think it's a healthy kind of love. Well, and yeah, he is crazy enough to stay. Yeah. I will never understand this. I won't either, Michael. And like, he'll stay for a pack of beer. Like, and that's so like, I'm like, I don't even know that. I don't know that level of delusion either. I just don't. Like, don't get me wrong. I've had my fair share of toxic relationships, but not to this extent. Okay. Like, there was never, you could not pawn me, even when I was an alcoholic, with beer in this situation. She may just not want to be alone. That's what I'm thinking, Thomas Washington. Too toxic for one another, but he knew he was going to be like this when he went back. Yeah, but no, Heather, I think sometimes he gaslights the fuck out of himself. I think he does. I think he'll convince himself of anything for it to be for a better situation.
And she fed him the fairy tale too that if he come back, that in 2 weeks they would go to Pennsylvania and be with Rev and all that bullshit. So
Yeah, I think that they live in a world of disillusionment where they will convince themselves of anything in the moment to make sure it's happy for them until it's not, until everything falls apart. I find it crazy how entitled he is, and he's the one crawling back. Oh yeah, he's always entitled. He's an entitled human. They were treating each other so bad last night. Yes. Steph was cracking me up last night. She said, yeah, he can't afford a lawyer. Well, she ain't wrong. Like, he keeps threatening that shit, and I'm like, sir, you need to stop. You need to stop. You're embarrassing yourself at this point. He said,
I lost it when she said that.
I heard him in the background. He said, if I find the right one, find a lawyer to represent you. I will pay for you, actually. Justin, if you walk into a law firm and spell out everything you've committed and everything you've done, and you have that lawyer saying, I'm going to win this case, I will represent, I will pay for it. I will.
Right.
I put that on my life. I put that on my grandma. I put that on my dead grandma. Okay? Like, there's ain't no fucking way a lawyer will look at everything that you've done online, your digital footprint, and say, yeah, hell yeah, this is a win. Get out of here.
The fucking courts would be paying the fucking lawyer to run. Get the fuck out of here. Ron, yeah, her smirk, man. She was kind of funny last night. Especially when she said, you don't even know how to find a job. You can't even find a job. How you gonna find a lawyer?"
If mental institutions were still around, people like this wouldn't exist. Thanks, Reagan. Yeah, Suzuki, I 100% wonder to myself every day how they're both like, because I know some people think he's the more like mentally well one, which he is, but he's still mentally ill as fuck, okay? And I'm not making fun of being mentally ill. I am mentally ill. But I'm saying like they're both to the point where they cannot manage themselves on their own. They cannot. And it's like they're a harm to society at some point. Like in the nicest way possible. Not on my dead grandma. I don't. I would put that on my credit card. I would too. She said, you lie all the time. He said, not on my grandma.
And he got so serious about it. She said, he always says that, guys. He always swears on his dead grandma, and he always lies. He's not on my grandma, I don't.
Closet Goldfish had a question for you.
Oh, what happened? Your comment I responded to about the hickey you thought was a brief. I deleted it, and I talked about this about 30 minutes or so ago that I originally did think that it was a thumbprint bruise, but then I seen the video where he talked about how she beat the shit out of him and was trying to make her take accountability and tell the truth about that. And she said she would only tell the truth about her beating him up, putting her hands on him, if he promised to keep his end of the deal of not leaving her again. So I deleted that comment because that right there just told me everything I needed to know.
I just think it's hard to have like a one solid take on the situation. I do. I think that every few minutes, it's like every time they go live, they say a comment that changes your view of what possibly could have happened.
Yeah.
I've gone from thinking it's a hickey to a bruise to a hickey to a bruise to a hickey to a bruise, which I do think that he put hands on her and I think she put hands on him.
Absolutely.
Hey, baby. They both beat on each other. Yeah. I've never seen a hickey that massive. No, Suzuki, I have never either. And Justin has a big mouth, but I ain't think it that big. He swears don't matter anymore. He rolls with Satan. It definitely rolls with Satan. I was told she was the aggressor. Yeah, I believe that.
It's well, so yeah, wild. And I do too, especially after when, the shit that popped off yesterday when he said, tell him the truth. Tell him the truth. How you about broke my finger. You had me right here on this spot on the floor beating the fuck out of me. Tell him the truth. She said, I'm only going to tell him the truth if you promise you're not going to leave. You got to keep up your end of the deal. I mean, so it's obvious that, yeah, she was whatever.
By someone that was there. I believe she was I believe you, Ron. I believe that she was possibly the aggressor. I mean, I've heard stories now of like from him and from other people about her being the aggressor a lot of the times. They just need to get laid every day. I think they'd be nicer to each other. They have all the time in the world. They can be doing it multiple times a day. Like, I don't get why they don't.
Well,
I
hell,
had
and they do on fucking live video chat on Snapchat. While she's eating Taco Bell and watching TV, he's
it was
stuffing her
McDonald's.
quesadilla.
It was McDonald's and it was nuggets.
Oh, McDonald's.
Was it a clean spot on the floor or over trash? I have no idea on that. She don't care what he does. She doesn't want him leaving no matter what. Yeah. I had to pray after he said he rolls with Satan. I would be aggressive too if I had to put up with him. Apparently he'll be hitting it while she's eating a McChicken. Yeah, Suzuki, I said she was taking the nuggets and dipping them in sweet and sour sauce. Because I was
Oh,
like, what
come
the
the
fuck?
fuck on, Ash.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Really?
They're trauma bonded. Yeah. Dipping sauces. See, Ron knew what I was saying. She was posting his number last night, tell people to call Wyatt. She did. And I'm sure he got a ton of phone calls. His last time she shared his number, his phone did not stop ringing for like
Yes.
weeks.
And
Y'all
then the
remember.
cops showed up like an hour later and he went to jail.
That's my sweet and sour sauce. I know I've ruined that for a lot of people. Chicken nuggets are ruined for me. I'm
Willie
sorry, y'all.
boy.
She really cheated on me with McDonald's. She did, Steph. Taco Bell farts. I'm sorry to tell you. She was catfished by McDonald's. Catfished by McDonald's. Yeah, no, it was a crazy. Yeah, and I fell asleep. I fell asleep even before Blocked got off because I was exhausted. I took my melatonin, and this shit started popping off, and I had to force myself to stay awake while it was going.
Yeah, when we were all in Blocks Live last night and like you were just chit chatting, like we were atting each other, and then I was like, where the fuck did Ash go? She must have passed out on her melatonin. She's
I
drunk
passed.
somewhere.
I passed the hell out. It was nice. I passed out at 11. It was almost 2 a.m. when I finally passed out, and I was like, no, I can't hang on anymore. I tried, y'all. After my message to you, Ash, anything else go down? No, I mean, I had a few messages with her last night, but it was she really just wants to go after she's very hyper fixated on exposing Rev and saying she sent me, I don't know if you were in Blocked and saw the messages she shared that Rev sent her. And she sent me those same messages, and she just said that Rev is always mean to her and always in a bad mood. And she really that's basically what she wanted to do. And so I didn't push it any further after that because I was just like, there's nothing really to gain here because I know that I'll want to ask questions to, like, knowing me, like, if she lied about a baby, what do you feel about, like, you lying about a baby? And I don't think she'll let me go there. I don't think she'll let me go there. So I just... I think she really just wants me to drag Rev and not hold her accountable for anything. And I just think that they both lied about a baby.
Uh-huh.
She said he was still talking to Rev. I believe that. I believe that because Rev is always still talking to Wrench.
They all just need to get a fucking
I said they need to make a tent
license
city.
together.
I mean,
Yeah.
they need to make just like a tent city and then film like a show, like a.
Yeah.
The only difference in the two is Rev lied about one physically here, and she lied about pregnancy. Yeah, they've lied about the same thing. They both lied about the same thing. Same person, different font, to me. One a lot smarter than the other. I need them not to procreate. The best part is that neither one of them can, and they still continue to lie about babies. And it's been said by people close to them that they cannot have children. I always said I'd watch that show. I don't know. The font is identical, Tiffany. Yeah, I think one is italicized, maybe. There is a God. Rev needs to quit. I'm Big Spoon. I stir shit up. Hell yeah, Ron. You heard it here. One without a beard. Yeah. Beard. Yeah. They have some similar outlooks to how to deal with conflict in the world, I believe, and that's me putting it nicely, which is lying to get what they want. And I'm not saying Justin is any hi sunshine. I'm not saying Justin is
Sunshine.
he's manipulative as hell and thank you for the heart me. He does a ton of shit and like all of that. I mean, it's all a choice. At some point it's all a choice. All of it. Everyone's interaction in this is a choice.
And I'm gonna keep making that motherfucking choice.
Yep.
I love
Yep.
it.
You could tell though when that girl was going off on him, he got all shaky like he does when he's getting called out.
Yeah.
Thank you for the heart puff and the heart me. Yeah, he got that same where anytime he's getting actually told off by someone, he gets really shaky.
Yep.
What did I miss? Sunshine, when did you go to bed last night? Thank you for the finger
I
hearts.
I I went to bed when Blocked got off after waiting for Steph to go back live. And I saw Blocked's I haven't had enough caffeine,
Thank
ladies,
you for
sorry.
following in the heart me.
I
Steph,
did see Blocked's post with Steph talking about Rev.
Austin, that wasn't Steph that said that. That was she let someone in the box, and that person in the box ripped him to shreds. She did that. She
She
started
said
with
all the things everyone was thinking.
yeah, that she ripped him to shreds. And then he came over and blocked that person in the box. Still in my earbuds. I was like, no, what did I miss? Yeah, I passed out. I passed out to block last night. Britt was right. I was in the conversation. I was having conversations, but then
Yeah.
I could hear it in the background. So what pissed me off the most is I had dreams with most of you in them last night, but we were all in a chat, and I was like, I've gotta do something about this because I was like, not in my dreams. I was like, this can't be happening. I knew everyone was commenting not to let him touch her phone. Yeah, Austin, that was a side character that got in the box, which I was very surprised that she let someone in the box.
She picked the right one though.
I wish she would have picked me.
I know. Like, did she ever write back to any of your messages?
Yeah, she did. Like I said, she sent me the same screenshot she sent Blocklist that was where Reb was being mean to her. The voice recordings that Steph sent, I could not hear because she didn't voice record it. She just screenshotted the chat. So it was two voice recordings from Stephanie and then Rev saying something. Oh, the top message is what gets me the whole time. Hold on, let me read it and then I'll come back and read it because I'm missing the first sentence to this top sentence and I need to know what it is. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah,
We got you,
Sunshine,
boo.
nothing else has happened. We all stayed up waiting for her to come back live, and she never did. And I guess we all passed out. We're running on a couple hours of sleep. We were fiending,
I got it on my other phone. Hold on.
and nothing has happened since. We're just waiting for the big bears to wake up and bless us with their craziness.
So the top message of the screenshot between her and Rev is what sent me because I need to know what it says and I don't think I'll ever get it says okay,
Wait,
it
Ash,
cuts off.
who said this, Rev or Stephanie?
It's between Rev and Stephanie. Stephanie sent it to me though.
But
And it said
who was
oh
typing? Whose
Rev.
dialect are we trying? Okay.
It's Rev. And you don't hear Stephanie. I don't know what Stephanie said at all because hers was only voice recordings. But
Okay.
the first sentence says all it says is it's cut off and you can tell there was a line above it and it says the ass by your manly wife. And I said, what do you mean the ass by I'm just putting two to two together. I think it says fucked in the ass by your manly
Yep.
wife.
Yep.
I
Yep.
I could be wrong. I could be
For
wrong.
sure. For sure. She's
And
definitely
then
referencing
there
F and him and writing the A.
and then there was like a 44-second voice recording from Stephanie that I will never know because she doesn't know how to screen record. And then it says, "You big mad child, boo fucking who? Yes, I'm a wrench lover." This is from Sylvia. bigger dick than you, bigger man than you. I don't know what that's about. And then there's a 37-second voice recording, and then it's her sending laughing emojis, and it says, a dog, weirdo.
Are we sure that she didn't send these to Justin?
No, these are to Stephanie because Stephanie blocked her.
Okay.
And then Stephanie's responses are voice recordings, like she normally does. And this is where I believe that Rev called her the R word. And then I said, when was this? She said a couple days ago. I said, why was she mad like this? Because I was trying to figure out like what set this the fuck off. And she said she's always gets mad. I said, is she always like that to you? I said, come over to Blocked. People will be nice because that's what she was supposed to come to Blocked. And she said she's always like this to me. And I said, well, I'm sorry, that isn't very nice. And she said, yeah, she's never nice to me. And then I said, I understand, we've seen some of the things she's done. And then she said, okay. I said, it's not showing my other messages on this phone. On my other phone, it says, I said, okay, well, if you want to, me and Blocked are sitting there. And she said, okay, thank you. So that was the end of the convo. I know, everyone agreed to be kind.
Okay, so who is it that supposedly got in the rear end?
I don't know. I don't have the full sentence. It just,
Where'd she go?
my phones hit together, and you know when iPhone wants to screen share, all of a sudden, let me get it open. I don't have the full sentence. I just have the bottom half of the sentence, and it says, the ass by your manly wife. And so I just am assuming the context of that full sentence. I don't know it.
Okay, baby. That is true. They did talk about that. It's when they lived with the roommates. And they had the big old, it was up in the top of the closet. And they did joke about her using it on Justin. You're right. I remember that.
Why would she be nice to her? Ain't they sharing the same dude? I don't know. I think that if you're in a throuple relationship willingly, I think most of the time people are nice to each other. I think that's part of the. I don't think.
Okay, baby, I'm gonna.
I think anyone willingly in a throuple relationship usually doesn't want it being chaos all the time. I don't know.
I feel like it's not a what I guess would be considered. I can't even believe these words are coming out of my mouth. Traditional throuple, though. This is a man who doesn't want to be with his wife, but isn't going to leave her, and requires someone on the side who is just a fake internet relationship with another woman who is just fucking with him emotionally. Like, it's all just weird and chaotic.
I get what you're saying, Sunshine, but that's giving them too much credence.
Yeah, you're probably right. I've been accused of that before.
That's assuming that Stephanie has the capacity to.
Wait, whitetail hunter, man, bear, pig. Who's the man? That's all I want to know.
I know I've missed some comments, and you guys have made some good ones.
Maybe Rev's the man in the relationship.
She did say that. She said, I'm a wrench lover, bigger dick than you, bigger man than you. And I you know what? I've said that before. On the night that I got mad at Wrench, I said, my dick's bigger, so I can't say anything. I did say that to that man.
I agree with you, Michael.
I watch Sister Wives. No one is nice when they share a man. No, you're right. They aren't. As someone who's in a throuple before, I adored my partners. Yeah, Frog. I know that some normal, healthy relationships that are actually doing this because they want that they are nice to each other. I've had friends who are poly, and it is not drama.
And
I feel like this also isn't even a real relationship.
Did you call Justin a man, LOL, or Wrench? I didn't call either one of them a man.
He's a real boy.
When Wrench said something to me along the lines of, you don't know what it's like when you're fucking with someone who has nothing to lose. And I said, you either, baby. I said, I got nothing to lose and I got a bigger dick than you. And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, Petty. I could never do that either because the first time somebody even looks at my wife wrong, I
Yep.
exercise my Second Amendment right. You feel me? We're all going to be on Snapped, okay?
Frog said, honestly, I adored my ex-girlfriend more than my ex-husband. Yeah, I think some people, I think they prefer the other partner eventually, like become friends. I don't know. I've had friends that have had good throuple relationships. So I don't know. And I've had friends that have left like relationships like this because they were toxic.
And again, I'm going to argue that whatever has gone on between Rev and Wyatt and Stephanie isn't even a real relationship. Some internet trolling. It's just my opinion.
Yeah, I don't take it seriously either. And if that's wrong of me, it's wrong of me. But I just don't. I don't take their relationship seriously.
I will say, and I am in no way sticking up for Justin. Watching what Justin and Stephanie are sitting in right now, I have zero empathy. They both chose this. But I do think that that idiot falls for whatever fake account on the internet like says to him. And I don't know how you're fooled that many times and continue. Have Wyatt and Rev even met in person? No, never. They've never been in the same state. But that dummy believes whatever, any of these women on the internet start saying to him, which is how his wife can continue to catfish him.
Yep. And I think you were still in. You hadn't came in yet, about an hour or so ago, when we were talking about this new Brianna person that's popped up, and people was asking, "Well, who is this? Who's?" Well, if you recognize the last name, it's Uncle Ron's last name. So it's a dead giveaway. It's Stephanie because she made the name Brianna Wills. I mean, like it's a dead giveaway that it's her on another fake page.
Oh my God, I've had to do. Guys, I might have to end because I'm on my 6th puzzle for TikTok, and I might have to come back because I think it's just it's sending me puzzle after puzzle to keep this live going. And I did them all. Okay, it was 7 puzzles. I've passed them all. You're welcome.
Jesus.
Oh,
What the fuck? At least we know I can do a puzzle.
what is it? One of the identity verification things or whatever?
Yes, 7 times. I had to do 7 times. Sometimes when you're on live for a bit, they make you do a puzzle. When you're on voice to live, especially, and it makes you do a puzzle.
But they won't do it to the fucking scammers, really.
No, I said probably could have him coming to my house if I wanted. Yeah, you could. You probably
Absolutely.
could. He would
Absolutely.
He would go to anyone. I think he would go to anyone. You could tell him. You could convince him the sky was purple. You could.
Yeah, for sure.
I will say from the limited clips that I've watched of Steph going live, the tide has definitely turned, and the same kind of empathy that people had for Justin when he left California. I think there's a handful of people that are going to support Stephanie, which I think she needs, but they both deserve everything they're sitting in. I just don't want to see anyone get hurt.
Right.
I could give 2 shits if they both go to jail, but it's so toxic and so unhealthy. I genuinely do not want to see anybody get hurt.
I agree. And I think it's getting to a point where it's getting really, really bad. Like, I can't really remember a time in the last few years that they have said the things about being so physically violent as was said yesterday. So I think it's getting to a point where somebody's about to snap.
Well, I guess I have a little. I think that all of this has gone on behind the scenes the whole entire time. Justin sat there and told stories. Do I believe every story? No. About her trying to hit him with the car and the police were coming, which is wild because neither one of you have a driver's license. Like, I don't know what you're doing. But I think all of this has been going on behind the scenes for a while. I just don't think they were showing it on live. And I think there is some credence to him telling the stories that he was telling that, but I don't think like he made it out to be that she was the only person doing the things. And
no.
I don't believe that for a hot minute, but I do think that this is their dynamic, and this has been their dynamic, and this is her. I think this is her dynamic with most people in her family, and I think this is his dynamic with most people in his family and most people in his life. Yeah, I just don't think it was as public, and I think now they're very emboldened. They're desperate that they're willing to go on live and air it the fuck out to see where it goes. She was hoping someone would get into that live last night and go, I'll get you a motel room. And I will guarantee you she would have taken him to that motel room.
Yep.
And
100%.
and if there was, she would have asked for extra, and she would have got him more beer to make him happy if it was willing for him to stay.
Ain't it crazy we don't know these people, but we know these people?
Yeah. It's extremely parasocial. It's extremely parasocial. And like when people try to point that out to me and like that I'm unaware that it's extremely parasocial, I'm like, I am a completely understanding that this is parasocial to the max. Okay. Like,
we're also aware how unhealthy, I will say, I am aware of the unhealthy amount of time I was spending watching him because it's entertaining.
Right.
She will do anything to make him stay.
That's what I was telling you last night when we were all in Blocks Live. I said, I finally went through the damn withdrawals, and then they pop up for an hour, and it's like you get a quick hit, and now you're fucking detoxing again immediately.
how many people live in the house they're at? I do not know, Red. For someone came in here earlier and said there's children there. I believe there's 2 other adults, and there was the old lady on the couch. I do not know who she was, and I do not know her role in the dynamic.
Uncle Ron, do you know who? Maybe.
We're aware. I even called you guys my parasocial besties. Yeah, I am completely aware of my. This is all parasocial. Like, may this relationship situation ever find me. Did y'all see that he says he's on a new relationship on Facebook? Yes, Miley, that has been proven to be a catfish by Stephanie again. We have nobody else to talk to about. Yeah.
Not without sounding like a complete fucking weirdo.
That's Bubba's mother-in-law. Okay, so the mother.
That's what I was about to ask. If it was the girlfriend's mom, maybe.
The nurse at the hospital I had surgery at yesterday knew everyone. Oh my Lord. Heather told me that story, and I don't know if I should be embarrassed or honored. Like, she was listening to me, and the girl was like, I know her. And I was like, no. No. I missed the lady on the couch. Yeah, there was a lady sitting there, very
Exactly, cry about it.
very silently watching. He doesn't understand. He doesn't, Courtney. Come on, Steph. I know. That's so great.
I just don't want to see the brother end up losing his apartment because they can't exist somewhere without causing a problem.
But again, I'm not trying to like sound like, but they did not live with him for a reason. They had a
Right.
rule that they all of the family kicked them out for a reason. And so at some point, you're responsible for bringing the chaos back into your household. And I get that they would have nowhere else to go, and it's a kind thing to do. But if you've lived the cycle 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, like at some point, you're no longer a
Absolutely.
victim in it. You are a participant, and if you're sitting there watching it go down, you are participating. You are.
100%. You're right.
And so I have sympathy to an extent. Like if that was my household, it wouldn't have gone on this long. It wouldn't
Oh,
have.
no, absolutely not. Well, if it was my household, he wouldn't have come back.
Yeah,
Absolutely not. Kind of like how
And
I
you
was
wouldn't have-
asked yesterday if Justin called and said he needed a ticket out of there, what would I say?
Oh, that
My
line.
My response was I would tell him he could fuck all the way off.
Yes, they've been physical in the past. the line he said about I'm leaving when I can get out of here sent me, because what do you mean you were out of there? You were straight out of there.
Yeah.
100%.
You were states away. You were states away, and you were home free. Like, you didn't even have the gall in your soul to, even when everything fell apart. Even when everything fell apart, you could have said, "You know what? I'm in a motel. I'm going to continue to beg on TikTok." You could have found a solution, and you didn't.
Yeah. You
You
were
didn't.
5 fucking days away from your situation. 5 days away.
Yep.
Took 5 days to get where you were going. There was plenty of space there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there were still people that were supportive of him. No, I mean, not us. Not me.
Mm-mm.
Oh, when he said that, it sounded like a future money grab to me. Everything's a money grab. Everything's a money grab. And
Yep.
the fact that all of this is fueled partially by alcohol with him, and the fact that he's still allowed to drink there because he can walk around and be like, no one can tell me if I can drink or not. No, in my home, if you are causing a scene while drinking, yeah, no, you're not going to drink in here. You're just not.
Absolutely.
You're
You're
not.
going to get your ass whooped and you're going to get the fuck out the front door.
Yeah, like it's not an option. I don't care if you think you're a big man or not. Like, I don't care. Like,
Well, and that was sort of always the point when people wanted to tell him that we were controlling him and we can't tell him not to drink. Look at how he acts when he drinks. That was always the point. It wasn't about drinking a fucking beer. It was that you're going to get on a bicycle and pretend to run into a goddamn bush. Like, that was always the point. He
it's because you
doesn't
can't handle your alcohol. It's because
like
you cannot.
he doesn't
handle
make
your
good
alcohol.
choices when he's not drinking, but add alcohol and then you act like a complete idiot.
No, Haley, after that, it was quiet. After we were waiting for her to pop on, it was quiet. I'm sure they all got I mean, it's got to be exhausting. Eventually, they just all pass out. They just all pass out, and they wake up around 2.
And do it all again. And do it all again.
Thank you for the follow. Eventually, they just all pass out. Yeah, no, anytime he's drinking, he makes these decisions. That's why he fought a ghost. Like, these are not logical. These are not sober thoughts. These are not sober decisions. And like, I don't care if people drink till the cows come home. I do not care. But like, if you have a history of acting unhinged when drinking, like, no, you're not going to do it around me. You're just not.
Well, and if you're trying to get your life together, then that's how you act on alcohol. Like, common sense would say, let's not drink while we're trying to make a new life and make good decisions.
Well, we know that common sense is something that
I
you
know.
like, Sunshine.
I know.
Is he going live or just Steph? Just Steph. He's not going live on his accounts. No.
He sits back and records her on his government phone.
When someone pointed that out yesterday, I was
He's
like,
already taken that phone away twice.
I know.
they have 0 cents. Yeah, it's just 0 cents. Like it's just like there's no victim in this. There's no set aggressor. This is a willing participant to a toxic situation on all ends. All ends.
She takes the phone, makes him promise he ain't leaving. He gets it back. And she
Michael,
takes-
it could very well be a show. I have said my theories to other people that and Sunshine has been privy to my theories that there's so many times during this that I think this is a badly written series. And I think that there's multiple players involved, maybe including people in the household. I don't mind saying it. Because they see the little bit of money he gets, and I've seen the brother beg for money on TikTok. So has his wife. So yeah, sometimes the theory that this is all a badly written show does pop in my head.
And yesterday was just really weird. It really was.
He does need to get it off his ass and get a job. Like he if he really wanted out of his situation, he could walk today, put in applications, start working, save up a little bit of money, and get out. But he won't.
To be honest,
He won't.
either one of them at this point could walk their asses into a domestic violence shelter, and they would be taken in, and there would be rules, and they're not willing to follow the rules of the shelters. So that is
Or of
why
life.
he was on last night on her account. Yes, Dazzle. Is that a hickey or a bruise? That has not been confirmed either direction. We don't know for sure. It could be either. He needs to get his ass a job. I don't think he ever will. it's hard to believe. Sorry, the comments came in. Are this stupid? Yeah. It's crazy when someone would do that for money. Yes. And I could be wrong. It's just sometimes it's all so unbelievable to me that I'm like, maybe it is all just a skit and we're all just willingly participating and we're giving them airtime. But like other times I'm like, it can't be a skit. This cannot be made up. But they made up shit for Jerry Springer and they made up shit like it wasn't logical. It wasn't shit that when we all watched it, we all ate that shit up. So he doesn't work because he knows people will pay his way. Yes. I went down a rabbit hole and looked at every Facebook he's ever had, and he's always had a bike and a trailer. Yes. Well, he had his J&S recycling service
company, yeah.
that they're doing just as improv as a social experiment. I wish it was that deep, Candy. I wish it was like I hope one day they come on and he gives a written dissertation about how this was all a social experiment. We're all fucking assholes, and he's like I've been getting my psych degree behind the scenes the whole entire time, and
Right.
I just don't have that in it. Like I wish it was though.
Wouldn't that be some shit though? Like her speech impediment's gone. She puts her real teeth back in. Like, told ya.
Ron, I don't know why he's not on disability for mental either. I think that he's too lazy. I think he's too lazy to go through the process.
Yep.
And it does have requirements that you have to meet to do that, and I don't think he's willing to do any of those requirements.
He only wants to be mentally disabled when it suits him too.
Yeah.
Why did you say something about Jerry Springer? I was saying that like Jerry Springer came up with some epic skits, and so everyone kind of like we all used to watch those and go along with it because just for the plot of the show. And I was just comparing it. I caught the 10.
Yash.
I caught the 10. They were also on around midnight. Yes. That would be wild. He's an ex-Curry Baker. Wheelie Ash, mental learning disability. Yeah, mental health is real, and these people are in active psychosis. Yeah, Mike. I have said that there is mental illness just abound in this situation, and it's just untreated mental illness.
And I think that's the sad part is that everyone in this scenario is capable of more than they're doing in life.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I think I've seen the comments in my chat and I have agreed with them that I think she would thrive in a group home. I do. Structure and routine and rules would suit her well.
A little bit of nutrition.
I don't think they are. Bree, no, I was just saying that sometimes it's so diabolical that I in my back of my head, it's just like always a theory back there. I'm not saying
I think there have been made up parts of it. I think that there are certain players that absolutely.
Well, and he's admitted to some of the made up parts.
Yeah.
In the past, I know that there's some things that have been made up for screen time for y'all. He's admitted those things. Daily showers. No, can't get along with anyone. I know, but Ron, they deal with patients like that all the time. They just have different rules set to them, and they just have different hour. Like they don't go to certain times. And they don't do the certain they don't go to craft time because they can't play with the popsicle sticks right. They just. I'm just saying, it's just the rules they set in place for each person. But they do have facilities that can manage her. They do, and I think that's the misconception is that no one can manage her, and that's not true. She does not like the aspect of what management would look like for her. No Doritos.
Thrive away from her. I think he could have had he chosen to. I mean, and thrive for him may be different than what thriving
me and
for
Sunshine have a different. Me and Sunshine have a different view about this. I do not think he would thrive in any situation. I think he is the toxic factor in most. I think no matter what he touches, it would turn to dust.
Absolutely.
They both need help badly. They gaslight each other. They gaslight themselves.
Yeah.
Anyone even know her age? Yeah, she's 34. Yeah, he's lost. adult behavior center where he needs to be for a few weeks. Yeah. But again, like they would cut him off from drinking, they would cut him off from his phone, they would cut him off from all the things that he thinks he is deemed access to, and so I don't think he would take it seriously.
No.
It all went to hell when he started listening to Rev again. I think he was never not listening to her. She was always in the background. Damn, that's the most shot out 34 I've ever seen. 34. He went back to her check and she funds his smokes and alcohol. Why work when she funds it all? But she only funds it for a few days. That's the thing. If you've been around for a while, their money lasts about 6 days. 6 days.
Yeah.
And then they are broke again. And then it's just a cycle. They do this for the month until she gets paid again. And then when she gets paid again, it's all great. They've got snacks. He's got new clothes. He has new trinkets. He's acquired along the way, and alcohol. And they're good for a few days. And then it all starts again. It all just starts again.
Yep.
Do they pay rent? I have no idea on that. Hi, Tay. I do not know if they pay rent. She talks about him not finding a job, but she doesn't work because he cheats nonstop. Oh, don't let him work. Yeah, we've seen. Yeah, but I think that's an excuse too. He does not have any desire to hold a job. He does not.
No.
At first, like before I encountered his actions in Florida, I did think it was her holding him back with working. The more that I have watched since then and the more that I experienced since then, I do not think he thinks he should have to work.
No, and he says stuff specifically to get a reaction from her and to say, see, she won't let me go work.
Mm-hmm.
Jazz, I don't know if
Manipulative.
I do not know if they've applied for that. But yes, when you do have someone on disability that you do take care of, you are entitled to, it is a caregiver check. And you get so much a month. You get around, in Texas, I get around 400 a month for taking care of someone. How can he get away with getting money and keeping it? Don't they watch the money coming in? Who? They are in charge of their own money, as far as I can discern. So no, and they both they do not have financial literacy whatsoever. I wonder if he gets money to be her caregiver. I do not know, Spicy Badger. That might be why, because I've heard people that are on disability in here say that she gets a very high amount, and that might be why she gets what she gets. I have no idea. I don't know the breakdown of their income. I just know the solid amount they get, and that's because of him. He has said it, and she has said it too. It's around $1,300 a month. Because he can scheme for it. Yes. I don't really mean that. I get it. Here in Wyoming, my grandmother wish he was smarter. Yeah. Are they staying the family in a hotel? They're staying with family. Jeebus. Yes. Jeebus. Hi, Kai. Hold on. That's not high. Well, it's, I don't, it just depends on what she has. That's the thing. It's every disability is different. And so I have no idea, but some people have said that's higher on the higher end for what they've witnessed. I have no idea. I don't assess disability patients, and so I don't know. You can't be punching and slapping them around. Yeah. I have a payee. Justin is not competent enough for that. She doesn't have a payee. She is her own payee from what he has said, and that's from his own mouth, because we've asked that question before. Who's the payee? So they can pay for their own snacks. Yes. I'm surprised her brother hasn't booted them yet. Me too. Yes, a family member was sitting on the couch, and Uncle Ron has said that family member is the mother-in-law to the brother. The only time they watch money going in and out is when they have you have a payee and someone else controls it. Yeah. How is she able to keep the full amount and get TikTok money? I do not know that. They have no actual bills that should last them the whole month. Casey, that's yeah. They don't pay rent. They don't pay anything. I mean, I think they pay a phone bill, but like even then, that's like a couple. For 2 lines, it's like, I know it's pretty astronomical now. Some people pay $200 to $400 a month to have a phone. For a family.
I guarantee they're not paying $200 a month for a phone, for the phones.
I just know they are all still snoozing around, and Justin is little spoon with a thumb in his mouth. Yeah, I would have booted them. I agree, Pace. I would have booted them along. It just would not have happened. I would.
He wouldn't have come back. He would not have come back to my house.
I wish they did. I wish I didn't have to pay rent. Don't we all? Straight Talk is like 45 a month. Let's be real. They get pennies on TikTok. I have said that. I have said that. Like, and not I when I get gifts, I don't need gifts, but when I get gifts, I appreciate them. But seeing what I get in gifts, he's making in his best days, he was probably making about $100 a week, $100 to $150 a week, and in his worst, he was probably making 50. Like, and that's the breakdown. And he doesn't make any content outside of that. Like, he doesn't do TikTok shop. He never gets to 10,000. He never gets to 10,000 people, and he doesn't make 1 minute videos. And that's how you get paid on per view. And, he does not make that. So there's no money rolling in on TikTok. But to them, that's beer money and snack money, like, and cigarettes.
100%.
I wonder if they live in subsidized housing in those motel rooms. No, they pay for those at full price. I don't think they qualify for some of the homeless services because they were kicked out of those pods, and I think that might have blacklisted them for a little bit. They probably had
Yeah, with all of the homeless people in California, and you get an opportunity to be somewhere like that, you can't F that up.
Yeah, you can only get so many chances even with homeless housing and services like that before they say that we'll no longer allow you guys to participate in these services. But that money won't last when smoke, drink, and eat Applebee's. Yeah,
Yeah.
it just they just have no financial literacy whatsoever. So I'm from Cali, and I'm shocked they have had as many options as they have. Yeah, homeless housing.
I was thinking the same thing, K baby. I was thinking the same thing.
Wait, they ruined their
Frog.
chance. Frog, they were kicked out of the pods. They had the homeless pods for 2 years. And then they would help you get, and during that time, they may help you get into a house before that, but they will help you into housing transitional. But there are rules and there are stipulations, and they did not follow those rules. They claimed it was a fight that caused them to get kicked out, and that might have been like the thing that had like the straw that broke the camel's back. But they were not keeping their pod clean. Drinking is probably not allowed in the pods. You're when you're in a homeless housing situation, you're not allowed to have drugs or alcohol on site. Yeah, there was many rules that they broke.
Vaping, loud music. I mean, the list goes on.
Taco Bell is really expensive, Cassie. With their caseworker, they're just you can't be like that with your caseworker either, and you have to follow the rules the caseworker puts in charge of you. And told us because we're the one who know. Dude, that's sad as fuck. Yeah, not keeping the pod clean. Imagine that. Yeah, being homeless there is wild. They don't help at all. I mean, Skid Row, the state enables it. They act entitled. They do. That will never not be a thing that I disagree with.
Very entitled.
Oh, I know, Blue Rackle, the loud music, and that's the funniest thing too. When he was in the Airbnb, I don't know how many times all of us, including people in the chat, would say like, you shouldn't be playing music like that when you have other guests in the Airbnb you're at. And he would get so annoyed. Like, it's
defensive.
It's respectful. Like, it's respectful. Like, I get that you like to jam out, but like it's not the time or the place.
Yeah, that was that Airbnb was in a very nice neighborhood, a very quiet, residential, clean. Like, there wasn't a bunch of people there to party.
Did anything happen overnight? No, not since we last saw her. They have no manners. No, he doesn't respect anyone. No. It's only on 20. You could hear it. Yeah. They're not acting right now. They act irritated. Like, I need to respect my housemates. Yeah. He's literally a feral animal. Yeah.
Agreed.
I'm just glad he doesn't wink and suck his teeth anymore at us. Yeah, that I hated that. It was like a teeth bite. It was like a teeth bite too. He would like do his jaw like that, and I was like, "Stop!" For one, I don't know how you trust your teeth, and two, like it's no one wants that. Okay, not a single soul. And if you do, like I don't know what I miss. I seen the live with them. She ever come back? She did not, Evie. Maybe that's why they're broke. Yeah. It's probably
You can't be broke. You can't make bad decisions with money, get limited income for free, and make bad decisions.
made my skin crawl when he did that. Same. He really thinks he's something worthwhile. He does. He thinks it's cute. Yeah. I do honestly think he thinks that's an attractive thing to do. But I do think that there's women who feed into it, and then when they feed into it, his ego is out of bounds. His ego is out of bounds.
Can you imagine being homeless and have that big of an ego at the same time?
No.
It's wild.
I can't imagine having some level of being humble. I can't. Like like when people point things out about me, I'm like, oh, I know. Like I know I'm that way. Like if you, I'm very self-aware, so I can't imagine not having that level of understanding for myself.
Humility.
Yeah, no, never a day in my life. You can tell Steph has hyped him up about certain mannerisms. I don't think it's just Steph. I think there's women that hype that shit up. They do.
I think
And I'm
99% of them are just messing with him though. And
Hi, Angel. No, I think there's some women out there, and that are like, I can fix him.
Oh, well, guilty. I mean, not in that way, but
Yeah.
you know, I wouldn't have supported him and did the things we did if I didn't.
Well, I think there was an understanding across the board that most of us thought that Stephanie was the issue. We did. And I think they're both the issue. And I've gone back and forth on that this whole entire time. This whole entire time since I started watching them, I have gone back and forth on who's the issue. But the glaring fact to me was that she was the issue for a lot of things. But that was because they didn't show all aspects of it. And now you're seeing all sides, and I'm like, no, they're definitely both a huge issue in this situation.
Oh, 100%. I
Look at
always
Rob, she
felt
feeds
like
that
it
crap.
was
Yeah.
that was equal. They're bad for each other. But on the same note, I do not feel bad for either one of them because they both freaking signed up for this. So I just don't want anyone to get hurt.
If I was staying with someone like they were, I'd be cleaning and doing work around there. Well, we know that's not their history. They literally got in a fight over a dish. And then instead of doing the dishes, I don't know if you guys remember that live where he was cleaning the room, and he panned to a Tupperware box full of dirty dishes. And I was like, that is just deplorable that is what you're living in. And that's not even your house. That is a rental. That is a group unit. And there's no respect on either one of them for anyone's things, anyone's property, anyone's nothing. Not a lick of it.
I missed that chapter, but can
Michael,
you
I agree.
imagine grabbing a bowl after they had it in their room?
Well, they weren't grabbing from there. Those dishes did not get washed. That's why you'll eventually, if you watch while they were in the roommate house, and that's where I was watching again the most, she would be like, for one, when she'd come in there and she'd be like, what do you want for dinner? Do you want a frozen burrito, a chicken patty, a corn dog? And I felt like I was listing off lunches to my sons when it was happening. But then she would walk them in on sometimes at first it was like on dishes. And then it went from dishes to the lid of one of the days she walked him a burrito on the lid of a Tupperware. And I know we've all been there. I've been a young 20-year-old female with all my dishes dirty, and I've eaten out of a pot. Okay. I have. I'm not going to lie. But that being said, like, I know that that's not because of it. I know it's because they are not going to wash the dishes. I know that that was all they had left. And then eventually it wasn't even in dishes anymore. It was just like straight walking a burrito. Like when she walked that pizza to him and laid it on his stomach, that hot ass pizza from the oven, I was like,
I
oh, they're
missed
really at
that.
it. She didn't even
Ash,
cut
you
it.
know what?
What?
In college, oh hey, by the way, in college, I did my dishes in the bathtub because I had so many of them. I swear.
Yeah, I mean, I know that all of us have been there about dishes. Like we as we have not done them, and that's because we were at an age where like it just wasn't. Oh yeah, I've seen that, y'all. Um, I've seen that. Sorry, my group chat, my mod chat. Yeah, that's what I was referring to when I've seen the brother and sister ask for money on TikTok before. I've seen their posts. I forget who sent that to me in the past. Um, That's college life, though. Yeah, the fight over the roommate's dish was crazy. Immediately defensive and screaming. Well, yeah, I was to the point where they were fighting about it too long. I was like, I'm gonna buy a plane ticket and I'm gonna go do the dishes. This is ridiculous. It's a pot. It's a pot. Like someone just get in there and scrub that damn pot and move on.
Frog, we do too at my house.
It's
Like
okay.
90% of the time we're on paper plate. Like Sam's Club, I'm getting the big paper plates and the small paper plates.
There's nothing wrong with that. Like,
Well, and
No.
I know a lot
everybody
of
hates washing dishes.
well, and I know people suggested that too. People suggested they get paper plates and forks in the chat, and they didn't want to do that. Um, we had to do that one time. Our water messed up and dishes in the tub. Same here. We use paper plates and bowls. I use paper plates all the time. I do. I use paper plates and cups, and it's because I cook a lot, and so I always have dirty pots and pans, and I would rather not have a ton of dirty dishes. I get that it's not good for the environment. I understand. I need to take a better. I need to do better about that. But like some days, I just don't have it in me. And but the
No.
solution. The
I'm going to
solution.
use them till I die.
Hi, Rage Bait. The solution is that that's my solution is paper plates. So one thing about renting is the dishwasher. Yes, they did have a dishwasher there. They did. I think so. Even if they didn't, like they didn't cook. Okay, they didn't cook that often. I think she cooked 2 meals while they were there. It was the oil noodles and tacos, and then he did cook the chicken patties. But still, it's a frying pan. Like you just wash
One
that
pan.
shit.
Yeah.
How are you, Rage Bait? And them damn chicken patties. Does anyone remember when he was just spraying the pan aggressively with Pam? And like it was all burnt. Like I was like, I've never cooked a chicken patty like this.
I was able to see when him and the tree and the bike.
Oh, you just saw that? That was a wild
Like,
night to watch live.
I bet, but what? He's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll do it, and he shot off, and I'm like, bro, don't do it. Then he just stops. He's like, no, I'll really do it now. And I'm like, what?
It was no, he didn't even do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 first. He said, "You got 2 seconds," and then he said, and then the chat is what sent me. People in the chat were like 1, 2, and then he was like, "You got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3." And for a second, when he took off, I was like, "Oh, he's really gonna do it." And then there was no trees around, and I was like, "Oh, he ain't gonna do it." And she gets stamps, right? I believe they get stamps. Yeah, yes, because when he was in Florida, I recommended that he go to the welfare office there, and since they were on food stamps together, he could have technically used their food stamps in Florida, but they're married, and so I didn't want to I said, I don't know the legal ramifications of doing that. So I said that you should go there and sign up for food stamps while you're in Florida, and he did not do that. I don't know if they had a dishwasher.
Too much effort. He doesn't want to do anything that takes effort.
He kept passing trees. Yes. Watching that live was wild. Into the
That's
tree.
what got me. He like passed a couple. Then he's like, okay, this looks like a good spot. Then he stopped right before that, and I was like, bro, like I'm glad you stopped, but
He can still fly somewhere. He can, Michael, but that would require that when he gets there, he has a place to stay. and that would require that he has money to travel. It's not cheap to travel. So I I don't I don't
Well,
think he.
also, based on the amount of the travel credit, he really would have to plan ahead, book it ahead of time, and that's never going to happen.
Yeah, he couldn't over he could not just all of a sudden be like, you know what, I'm leaving on a jet plane and get on a plane. He doesn't have the funds to cover the rest of it.
Oh yeah. Also, good morning, Ash, Sunshine, Kai.
Good morning.
Good
Morning.
morning. No, he doesn't have the funds to go get a burrito from Taco Bell. So,
Yeah, no, I just there's too much planning that would go into that, and I don't think he has the ability to plan anything.
Do you think it's the lettuce that made this crazy situation happen?
I have no idea. I did see that someone said in my chat yesterday, the FDA said that the lettuce, the Taco Bell lettuce, was not in fact the whole issue. But I haven't really been keeping up with it. I wash my vegetables anyway. I've always washed my vegetables. They have a weird film on them, and my fruit. They always have a weird film. So I'm like, I don't like that funky feeling in my mouth. So I've always washed them.
you're not wrong, Michael. Michael said, I don't think he spent a dime the last time he traveled.
Plus, no one really wants him. No.
No.
I always wash my veggies and fruit. Yes. I've been looking for the contaminated lettuce so I can be snatched this summer. Ew, Brianna. I like funky feelings in my mouth. Rage bait. Some of us do. Some of us do. I don't
This
like
is a judgment-free zone for that. Do your thing, girl.
how everyone else's dime. He spent everyone else's dime, just not his. No. Send me some.
Technically, I can do what I want. I can do this on my own. I don't need any help. Looks like it's
Respectfully, you guys
going
do
well
not
for
want
you
that
guys.
parasite. Poor Sarah. She said respectfully, no one. You guys do not want that parasite. I heard it was pretty brutal on the stomach. Can I come up? Sure. Just send the request on. Oh, there we go.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Oh, I can't do it here. We're looking for a girlfriend for my brother.
Oh, okay.
He's a little bit chopped, but like he's okay. He makes a lot of money.
Okay. Well,
Stephanie.
I don't.
Oh my god, there's so many people in here.
All right, girl.
So
I'm gonna
wait.
drop you on down. All right. You have a good day.
Okay.
What?
I think this is the first time I've been speechless.
No, I haven't. I've been speechless in my own chat many a time. Many a time. Oh,
What was that?
I don't know. I'm glad
I was
y'all.
so delayed.
I'm glad y'all just roll with it. I know, y'all. That's the second time someone is. I think the other chat, was it my chat? It was Blocklist chat that someone came up and he was, and it was me, Britt. I forget who else. It was me, Britt, blocked, and the person that got up was like, "You guys are all old bitches or something." And Britt said, She said, "I'm so mad right now." Like.
Gosh, you got called old and I wasn't even in there?
Yeah.
They missed their opportunity with me.
I definitely don't know you. Shouldn't I? We're not. Hey, voice sounds familiar. I don't know. I don't know her. I've never seen her in here before.
Bro, she sounded like she was like 12. That's what
I know.
I
That's
muted.
what I started to ask was how old are you?
I muted quick because I was like, nope.
I'm not trying to be rude. Sorry if I was. You're not rude. You weren't rude. We were just thrown off. We're just thrown off. I'm 17 and a half. Oh, girl, this is definitely an 18 plus. This is definitely an 18 plus. I'm gonna have to say bye to you, dear. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you have a good 18th birthday. But I'm gonna send you on your way.
So if you still counting the halves, you don't need to be in here.
This is definitely an 18 plus place. Like,
I would say 21. I'm just
yeah,
saying.
I'm just
I'm
That's what I was gonna say. 21.
at minimum.
child. It's a child. Yeah.
Yeah, we talk about some, I can't even say grown adult things because a lot of the
Well,
behaviors that are displayed are not very adult like, but and a half.
Fetus. Someone's Bree said fetus. Thanks, Blue Rackle. 17 and a half is still a child. Yeah, you don't need to be listening to me talk about shit. You don't. I don't.
I do not support that.
We're gonna need to.
These teenagers ain't the same. What do you? And then calling your brother chopped, ma'am. He's kind of chopped, ma'am. She
Go
probably
get
still
ready
has.
for your new school year.
She still has more money than than Justin. Probably.
Frog says I'm 31 and a third.
I'm freshly 35. What's that called? You're a newborn 35. He's kind of chopped was crazy. I was like, I didn't know where that was going. I was like, what is going on?
That's what threw me. I couldn't even ask how old she was because I was like, what is happening?
I'm 35. I'm 38.
Wait,
and
what
30
does that mean?
That he's
Thank
ugly.
you, God.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna be-
I'm 29 and 1/4. I'm 43 and 12 days. What does that even mean? It means chop means like not the like I like it's very much young slang, okay? And I don't want to sound old here, but I'm old. And it means like because my kids call each other it when they're being rude to each other, like you're chopped. And it's like unattractive, not cute, like it's not nice. It's not
Frog,
nice.
it means ugly.
Thank you. Okay. Because she said chopped, and I was like, what happened? Like, is he gonna make it?
No, she definitely meant like he's chopped, like he's not the cutest. And I'm saying that politely. I think it's more aggressive than that, right? Am I wrong in the chat? I think it is more aggressive than how I'm making it.
Because I almost said I'm chopped too from like my knees down. You know, like I was
I
gonna.
knew that's where you were going. I knew that's where you were going.
He said me too. He said I'm chopped. My brother calls me chopped unk. Yeah, chopped is like it's a young slang,
Wait,
right?
Ash, you don't have grandkids?
How many grandkids do you have, Ash? I don't have any grandkids, Texas Woody. Not yet.
She's not
But
that old.
but even if I did, I'd be a hot grandma. So my son says chopped and he had to tell me what the hell it meant. Yeah. A modern Gen Z and Gen Alpha slang, chop means ugly, unattractive, looking rough. Yeah, it's looking rough. The equivalent to looking rough. Chop that makes money. He definitely lost the leg. Chop, JK, from Google. That's the 6-7 generation. Go check the famous birthdays. I'm on there. You grandma status yet, Ash? Texas Woody, it's not going to offend me if you think I'm a grandma. It's not. I don't know if that's what you're hitting on, but it doesn't bother me.
Man, Tammy's been missing for a while, huh?
Hello. Hi, Gigi. Don't put that on her yet. He's back with her. Shout out to she'll be a gilf. Yeah. Shout out to my 10-year-old for keeping up to date. Sounds like a match for Rev. I had no clue that was from Google. Yeah, my kids use it. I'm just JK. Yeah, no, the grandma stuff doesn't offend me. I'm old. I've joked that I was in perimenopause. And I am. I'm not joking about it. I am actively in perimenopause. You ladies did so much for him. Shake my head. Karma is karma, BZ. Yes, Mickey. Yeah, I'm perimenopausal, but I ain't a grandma yet, and I don't wish that upon myself yet.
Like I almost went and got called my youngest sister just to be like, "What's chopped?" Like I need a definition.
The Urban Dictionary is my BFF at times. Urban Dictionary sometimes is wild.
I had to use someone at my office, a young kid. Well, he wasn't a kid, he was a man who worked in my office, had to point me to the Urban Dictionary when my kids were in their prime of, being a teenager. Because I would try to figure things out, and he's like, "You just need to look it up on Urban Dictionary."
Julian,
And so I did.
I love that you realize Perry is no joke. My mom's going through it right now. That's a good son right there. That's like she's going through it. Julian, thank you for being a good son to your perimenopausal mother. We are suffering out here. We are suffering, okay?
Oh my gosh, yeah. And menopause is no better.
Brianna, my kids call me dog water. What is dog water? Is that another one of your sayings? Facts. Yeah, shout out to the youngins in here sympathizing with their perimenopausal mothers or their menopausal mothers. We're going through it again, okay? Our fuses are short and we're always fucking hot, okay? I think I'm getting pre-menopause. I think dog water is like trash. Dog water means bad too. I'm almost 60 and a half. Proud Grammy.
Like hot dog water?
Oh my God. I had a coworker when he would get mad because we used to have ice. We used to have like little ice trays in our office instead of like an ice machine. They eventually got an ice machine, but he would threaten to boil hot dogs and put hot dog water in the ice cube tray. And I technically did HR back then. And I was like, I don't know if that's an HR violation, but I feel like it should be. Like,
That's a human violation. I would fight somebody. Like, no.
could you imagine
That's
like drinking
disgusting.
you get your Stanley cup, you fill it with ice, you get water, you sit down to have a nice sip of, and you taste hot dogs? I'd be pissed.
Ugh.
I'm gonna do that prank on my man. Not hot dog water cubes. He put that in my brain, and I'll never forget that. I'm definitely an op. My son also says cheeks. If something goes wrong, he says that was cheeks. That's a new one for me too. Like I don't know all this stuff. My kids say stuff to me all the time, and I'm just like, I don't even know what that means. I'm
I
proudly
think
an
the
op.
weirdest one I've heard is like if something's good, they're like that slaps.
Oh yeah, my kids use slaps. They don't like when you use the sayings though back to them.
No.
They get real offended by that.
But it's a good way to put it to a stop, you know?
But it was funny because my daughter, my mother-in-law, my daughter's grandmother, she watches Love Island with her. They watch it together. They love it. But I was walking through the house and she said, dead ass. She said, it's dead ass. And I looked at her because I was like, dead ass? Because I was like, you know what dead ass is? And she's like, I heard it on Love Island. And I was like, that is hilarious that she is using dead ass now.
Lord.
No chocolate starfish shown here. What the hell happened? What did you just say? That's a Limp Bizkit album. Oh yes, my kids talking to his mom. My mama is hilarious to me sometimes. At least they finally stopped saying 6'7". I just never understood the 6'7". I just never understood it. You just have to know what they're saying. Don't say it though. Yes, you have to understand the language. And it's no different than when we were younger. We said all sorts of wild shit, and our parents had no idea what we were saying. The hot chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water. Yes. My 11-year-old thinks 6'7" is so cringe now. I know. We say it sometimes just to get under their skin. My 5-year-old called my dog a dumb ass yesterday. I ran and cackled. That's all my fault. My kid went from 6'7" to 6'9", and I tell him to never say that. Deadass has been around a long time. Deadass has been around a long time, but it was just funny hearing it from her and then hearing her say, I learned it from Love Island. I've used deadass, like the big back saying, oh my God, I don't know how many times I've been called a big back by my own children for just eating.
I was just going to say, who called you that? But yeah, our own kids, that checks out.
I low-key still don't know what 6'7" is supposed to mean. I don't either. I don't understand it.
It's just brain rot. Like it doesn't actually mean anything.
Yeah, I don't think it ever made sense.
I went to pick up Mexican yesterday that I ordered, and my order number was 67. And so I said, "Hi, I'm here to pick up order number 67." And there was like this little kid with a mullet behind me. He was like 67. I'm like, oh.
My kids stay saying big back. Yeah, no, I'll just be going in there to get like a normal meal. I'm like, it's breakfast. I'm hungry. Everyone's hungry in this world at breakfast time. And they'll be like, okay, big back. And I'm like, hell, like, what do you mean I'm a big back for just existing today? Okay. My son is a health freak and bombs on me for everything I freaking eat. Yeah.
So Ash, your kids are like actively just like bullying you and like,
All the
no.
time. All the time.
With the groceries that she pays for.
Yeah.
All the time. They say, like I said the other day on here, my daughter, she does nails. She does nails really, really well. She's very talented. And she wanted to do my nails. And I just didn't want to do the commitment to sitting there and having, because she does fake nails. And I just didn't want to deal with it. And she said, fine, look busted then. And I said, damn. I said, okay, god damn.
Nobody can humble you as quickly as your own children.
Yeah. I just could not believe she told me I was gonna look busted. I was like,
Nobody
okay.
girl called you busted.
She did. She called me busted.
Frog.
Oh, humped you real quick. She did. She humbled me. I looked at my nails and I was like, you know what? They are funky. Let's go paint these bitches. Children and drunk people speak the truth. They do. These kids are ruthless.
Oh my gosh.
At work, I said we can register. We can get you register 6 and 7. The kids in line started steady say 6, 7. When I do my eyebrows, my youngest tells me they look like a man. Oh my God, Jody, my daughter critiques my eyebrows like no other. Like I have never felt so self-conscious, and I want to be like, girl, you should have seen me in the 2000s. We plucked these until they were nothing. Okay, like it was just a line. You were lucky if I had a brow. Okay, and so like it. They are quick. They are just so quick, and they're ruthless.
Oh my gosh.
I made a B&G and my granddaughter told me it was bussin'. I was like, what the hell? Right? I no longer do them. Not gonna give it life. No. My daughter says my foundation shade is too dark. Amber, I think that's our generation. Millennial generation, we wore foundation that was probably a little too dark for our skin tones. And so when I look back at pictures sometimes, I'm always like, why was my face like 10 shades darker than the rest of my body? They're
Yeah, I
sisters, sometimes cousins. Yes, too dark and orange. We do
I
rose
went through a
session.
period where I don't know, like if I was, trying to save money. I don't know what it was, but I definitely have a whole era where my foundation was way too light. So in photos, I look like I have a white face.
Oh, that too. Do you remember like when we would leave the foundation on our lips?
Yes.
And what were we doing with our? I look back and I'm like, I should have been embarrassed. I should have been embarrassed, but no, it was like trendy, and so honey beige for life. Oh yeah, Amber. I bring up Dream Matte Mousse on here all the time. Remember that pot of makeup that you could get, and it was literally like, it was like foam, and you could put this foam on your skin, and it was like a layer. It was like a defense layer against the elements, and I loved that shit. You put it on with your bare hands. There was no sponge. It was just your
No.
bare ass fingers, and you just painted that shit on your face like you were going to war.
I was about to say that.
You did. You painted your whole face, the white ass lips. Yeah. I was sick one day and came back and he threatened to alive his black. Yes, doesn't matter. There's been journeys overnight.
Yes, K baby, the Maybelline eyeliner.
It was
Burn
the
it
best
and put
coverage,
it on.
Amber. Yes, I remember that you would burn your eyeliner so it would get nice and like hot and it would be smooth when you put it on. But I will say that I could do eyeliner anywhere. Like I could be on a bus, I could be on the back of a bike, anywhere. And I could be on Wyatt's chopper and my eyeliner would be set. Like I would look great. And that's one thing our generation we could take a little mini makeup bag, no brushes, and sit on the side of a road and have a full face beat and be 100% all right.
Side of the road.
I could have a full beat.
I also had a period where my lip liner was extremely darker than whatever else I put on my lips, the lipstick, and I guess I wasn't a fan of blending because like it's like, oh, there's your lip liner and then there's your lipstick.
That's back in though. That I see girls do that now, and I'm like, I used to do that.
You know, I've never worn lip liner. And Ash, I'm really
Warm.
jealous at your steady hand with like the eyeliner. That's why I had to get my eyeliner tattooed on me because I suck at it.
Well, I definitely went through an emu phase in high
But
school.
did you use Sharpie?
No, never.
Oh.
But I could paint on a cat's eye like you would not believe, and I still to this day can swoop on a cat. I saw my daughter sent me a thing where it said cat eye makeup is going out of style, and I was like, I'm gonna wear it till the day I die. I don't care. I don't care. I will be on my deathbed with cat. If you do not put cat's eye makeup on me when I'm in that casket, I don't want to die. Like I don't want to happen. Emu or emo. Lindsay, I say emu because that's what Wyatt called it. It was an emo. It was an emo
Oh,
phase. I was an emo girl. Sharpie was in class for tattoos only. I remember writing on my shoes, like my Chuck Taylors. I would write song lyrics on them, and my mom would get so pissed off. Or we'd write on our skin, and my mom would get so mad. She'd be like, "Why are you writing on yourself?" And I'd be like, "I don't know. I don't know." Now looking back, I do not understand it. You can get on her thing, it's private. You can't get on her thing. Yeah, no, she is private. I used to be heavy on the black eyeliner. Yeah, especially on the bottom. I still live in my Chucks. I live in Vans. I have lived in Vans since I was a teenager, and I still live in Vans.
Ash, what about, did your mom ever make a big deal about you like loaning clothes out to your girlfriends?
Yes.
Yeah. See, that came full circle for me when I had kids and they started like my boys, they give their girlfriends hoodies and shit. And I'm like, yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, my mom would always be like, "You don't let people borrow the clothes I bought you." And I was like, "No, she's gonna give it back." And then it never came
And
back.
never see it again.
No, it
Vanished
never
for
came
life.
back.
I was the same. I thought she was just being dramatic.
Vans, they hurt your feet. They have okay, this is gonna sound old as fuck. They have the orthopedic version of Vans now for us. And I do buy the orthopedic Vans now. I do. They're
See,
very
this is why the
comfortable.
17-year-olds can't be in here. They don't know
yeah.
nothing about the orthopedic version of a shoe.
I mean,
The
I don't
Charles
either,
Barkley
but
shoes
that's
are the
for
most
other
comfortable things I've
reasons.
ever worn. Wyatt blocked me for making a comment about his jeans and looked like he shit himself. Yeah. Are you talking about the night in the motel where he looked like he shit himself while he was dancing? And then he went off. He didn't go off screen. I was gonna be nice and say he went off screen, but he was still on screen. And then he picked his ass, hand down the back of his
That's the
pants.
night. That was so disgusting.
My 13-year-old wears my clothes and lets her friends borrow them. Makes me so mad. KBB, my 13-year-old always borrows my clothes, even though she says I have no style. And she's always looking for an outfit in my closet. And I'm like, I thought you said I don't know how to dress. So I seen those. I want some. Yeah, they're so comfy, KBB. My last 2 pairs of Vans that I got are orthopedics. I had to call my mom's for my kids' Hollister clothes back. Yes. I used to let people borrow my Hollister hoodies and stuff, and then I'd get in trouble. I have been wearing the same Vans for like 15 years. They last forever. Nobody wanted to borrow my clothes. Why, Betty? Why did the orthopedic Vans make me almost pee myself? I'm just telling you, girl, they're comfortable. I don't care what they say. You don't want bunions when you get this age. You just don't want bunions. Am I the only one who had etnies? I had etnies. I had etnies and DCs in middle school. I loved my etnies. I don't know if do they still make etnies? Ash skateboards in orthopedic Vans. Yep, I do. He picked his ass and then looked at the camera. Yeah, he knew he was picking his ass. See, I thought he wasn't going back live. I was sick, came back on, and she's talking about how he hasn't gone on his account, but he's gone on hers.
Which is weird. Why not
Where do you
just
get those
get
Vans?
on?
Blue, I don't know if like the stores that just sell Vans have them. I go to the Van store itself, and if you go to the Van store itself, this is again, I buy too many Vans, but you can sign up for their rewards program and you can get discounts when you buy so many Vans. And everyone in my family wears Vans, so my kids, everyone does.
I said we're a van household.
Yeah.
And that will not
A
change.
van fam.
Flowers, I love the idea of Keds, but I won't ever get over the fact that I thought my mom in the 90s wore Keds. It was the most like mom shoe ever. And I'm like a mom. Like, I don't get it. Like, but even when I look at them now, I'm like, no, I can't wear Keds. I can't.
Really?
My
You don't
grandma
like
used to
Keds?
wear them.
Your mom had bad taste in clothes. No, I don't wear Keds. I don't have any. I think I bought one pair when they came back in style a couple years ago, and I bought one pair. And even then, when I put them on my feet, I'm like, they look funky. They look funky on me.
I love
My
Keds.
mom made me wear Doc Martens.
You don't have a van store around there? Yeah, I love the van store.
I was stick kickball.
They still make them. Yeah, they still make Keds. My mom made me wear Doc Martens. They would withstand everything. I loved Doc Martens. I had a bunch of Doc Martens. Maybe I need another skater girl phase. I think everyone does.
There's nothing wrong with Crocs.
Dawn, I get it. Like I've had Crocs, but they've always been like my last resort shoe. Like if I have to run out somewhere and I don't want to, I just don't like how it sounds when you're walking. You can hear me coming. Like it's like a clip
Oh,
clop clip clop. Hey dudes, yeah, I've heard Hey Dudes are super comfy.
Austin. My mom said it's a lazy shoe. I am the queen of a lazy shoe. Like whatever I can slip my feet into with little effort. You know, if you got to go out front and bring the trash can in or take the trash can out. I have a pair of camo
That was like the hokey pokey with the
Birkenstocks.
trash can.
Went to Vegas in my Crocs. Guess whose feet weren't in pain after 40 miles? I still
I
have
love
my
Birkenstocks. Do you guys wear those?
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. I have a pair of they're camo and they're just Birkenstocks, and I just slip those suckers on. Do what I gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
I like Birkenstocks. I just don't like seeing my nasty ass footprint in them eventually.
Yeah.
That weirds me. And I get it. I get that's what happens. It's like oils and
They're a
sweat.
one season shoe though.
Yeah. I miss Airwalks.
see,
Um
like my shoe selection is very limited because I wear prosthetics or whatever. So it's either like Dunks or Chuck Taylor, something real flat. Like you don't want to arch on it.
That makes sense.
Wait, is
Ra-
this Nubs?
no.
Oh, okay.
Flowers, rainbow sandals used to be the shit. I don't think I had rainbow sandals. I used to have jellies, and I got a pair of jellies recently because I saw them and I was like, oh, I want a pair of jellies again. Uncomfortable. And I do not like how they smell like plastic, and then your feet smell like plastic. I was like, why did we wear these jellies? The nurses wore Crocs all the time. I did wear them and they messed up my feet. Yeah, they can. They're not the best on the floor, the nursing floor. You guys entertain for a second. I gotta pause.
Okay. I'm flat footed as fuck, so I have to have shoes with no arch.
Same, but real serious.
Real flat. Yeah, I can tell you that when I was working in corporate America, I was always had the prettiest shoes, like just shoes that other women would stop me and say, "Oh my God, where'd you get those shoes?" Heels. And then as when COVID hit and we worked from home and then going back to the office, that was my transition to flat shoes.
Comfort.
Yeah. Well, I always listen, I would spend whatever it took to get the most comfortable shoes. So I definitely wouldn't wear uncomfortable shoes just because they were cute. I would say, once I was in my 40s, my feet were not going to hurt. So I would spend the money and buy the comfortable shoe. But yeah, once my feet got a taste of not being in heels, like
There was no
Now it,
going back.
yeah, I mean, now it's like,
Sunshine, you're in your 40s?
I'm 55.
Girl, I thought you was like mine in the ashes age.
No, I'm the grandma of the group. I'm the Mima that when trolls like to get on to us, they make fun of how old I am, which I don't give a fuck. But yeah, no, I'm 55.
Oh, you don't look it.
55. And I tell these ladies that they are going to continue to give a fuck less the older they get.
That's hard facts.
It's kind of like the things you care about externally, like decrease, the amount of bullshit you'll put up with, decrease,
Yeah.
the amount that you need to be comfortable increases. Yeah.
It's funny how like, 20s, early 30s, you're like, oh, come on, I got to look good for other people. Then you get past a
Uh-huh.
certain point and you're like, man, piss on them people. They ain't paying my bills.
I'm telling you, especially being retired now, my husband will come home. He travels for work. He'll come home, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I basically he walks into a homeless looking wife. There's just not. I should try harder more often. Is what I'm trying to say.
But at the
I
same
should
time,
put a little
you're
more
like,
effort in. But I think also the older you get, whether you're a man or woman, I think a lot of people as they get older get comfortable in their own skin. I can go to the grocery store, like I think Kai said it before too. I throw on a t-shirt and some bike shorts, and a hat and go to the grocery store or go to town. Like I don't give a shit.
yes, I completely agree with that. Because like I had two like getting comfortable in my own skin, like when I was in my like 31, right before the accident. Then after the accident, I got comfortable in my skin with my prosthetics. Now I'm just like, I'm me.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a good feeling. It is a good feeling to not have to. I can't imagine the transition to trying to adjust to having prosthetics but just in regular old life, like this is who I am. I like who I am as a human being. I have a good heart, but I really won't put up with any bullshit. Although I'm sure there are people that have watched this Justin saga who would disagree. I put up with a little more than I should have. But for the most part, like, I'm pretty unapologetic for who I am because I know I'm a decent human being. I try to do good for other people where I can, and there's been a lot of people on the internet who want to criticize and tell us to go do things for our local community. I do those things. I think all the people that rallied and tried to support Justin, I think 99% of the people that did that, that's who they are, and they do things for other people. And so it's been cool to meet other beautiful people in this trashy saga we've been a part of.
Right. And like something my grandma always told me, and it stuck with me. If you can look yourself in the mirror, then it's okay. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like if you can
Yep.
live with yourself, that's the biggest thing.
Well, and I think
Yep.
the going through everything with this, I've realized that people are either going to get me or they don't. And I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but that doesn't mean like I think people have started watching and listening, and they've realized that I might not be their favorite, but I'm not like I'll have open conversation, and then like it's not my job to clear up misconceptions you have of me. If that's what you think of me, that's what you think of me, and unfortunately, I'm not going to go out of my way to clear that up. And I'm okay with not being everyone's cup of tea. I am exactly the cup of tea I like, and at the end of the day, I think I told someone recently, and there's some, I don't know if they're still in here, but they were like, I didn't like you at first, and I said, that's fine. I said, I'm like mold. I have to grow on you, okay? And like, and I get that. I get that's my personality, and I don't know why I have shied away from that like I've tried my whole life to be like, oh, everyone has to like me. They don't. They don't have to like me. It is okay if you don't like me. It's okay if you only listen to stay up to date and you don't care for me. That's okay too. I'm okay with it. It is what it is. And if you take the time to get to know me, I think you would like me. But if you don't want to, that's okay with me as well.
I think now's a perfect time for me to say something. I definitely listen, I was in management, so I'm real used to people, not everybody liking me. I had to do the shit that nobody wants to do when it came to all of the staff. And I'm 100% okay with that. But in this realm, Ash and I are both supportive of people not liking everything we do, and that's okay. What I am not okay with is people that make it a point to try to act like they do like me and then acting different when I'm not in a room. Whether that's here on the internet or in my real life, like just no, I don't have tolerance for that. Keep that same energy when you're in here. When you're in here, in Ash's live or my live, we won't block you. You're allowed to have different opinion. You're allowed to state those opinions. Unless you're being an asshole, you're not going to get blocked. But don't pretend that you're my friend and then talk shit behind my back. Because I see you. I see you. We see you. And that's all I want to say about that.
No, and I agree with that. Like, if I do appreciate the people that are upfront and honest with me in here, where they're like, "You're not my favorite person," but they're still in here participating in the chat, and like, and I'm like,
And they're not
that's
rude.
and they're
They're not
consistent
rude
across
about
the
it.
board. They're consistent
Yeah.
across the board. Like, if they're talking about me on a post, it's the same. And I don't like. It's when you're like in my messages and you're like, "I love you, I adore you," and then someone's like, "This person said this about you," and I'm like, "Well, damn." I was like, that's a different story than I got, but that's fine. Like, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It just makes those people look stupid, not us.
Yeah, if you don't like me, I'm completely okay with it. And I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you hanging out. I appreciate you talking. I appreciate the commentary.
We even appreciate different opinions.
Yeah, I think I've gotten to the point where I'm very solid with people not liking me 100%, and it's not going to, I don't have to be, like I said, I don't have to be everyone's cup of tea. Oh my god, there's a huge dragonfly. Get the fuck out of here.
Wait, aren't dragonflies supposed to be good luck?
No, I don't even think this was a dragonfly, y'all. I think it was like a gigantic bee. I have no idea. It was gigantic. I did not like the wingspan on that thing.
No, but to add on what y'all just said, like, just don't be fake. Just be you. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Don't play both sides of the coin.
No, or be yeah. Sorry.
I don't know if it was,
100%.
I don't think it was a legit dragonfly, Christina. I don't know what that was. It had a body the size of a cicada, probably, and it had a wingspan the size of a dragonfly. And I'm not exaggerating. It was flying directly. It's behind me still. Oh my god!
It could be a skater. You know how they are down here.
I don't think
Maybe
it's a
it's
skeeter.
maybe it's some weird thing that has developed that's a cross between two things, Ash.
Maybe it's a would-be. It might be a would-be. It's huge.
What's a would-be? I've never heard of that. I'm gonna have to Google it on my phone. Hold on.
It could be a chupacabra.
Why do I know this is gonna scare me?
We need to get you an Animal Planet documentary. I swear. Could be a horsefly. It could be. It was massive. That thing was alarming. It was very Jurassic Park to me, and I'm not a fan of it. I did not like that situation I was just in. He said, "Bitch, you're talking about people don't liking you? Meet me." And I'm like, "No. No."
I remember when
Dirt dauber. It might have been a dirt dauber. You're right. I have dirt daubers outside my house. If you do not live in Texas, Louisiana, all the southern states, mud daubers or dirt daubers are like wasps, but they're not wasps. They don't sting. They just build these little mud huts at the top of your house. I've never been bit by a mud dauber. When did you got bitten by a mud dauber?
A dirt dauber bit me, and that's worse than a wasp sting.
I have never been bitten by one of those, and oh, it's still behind me. I can hear this little motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like, keep talking, see what happens.
You
Dirt
know,
daubers kill spider. They are friends. Yeah, I let dirt daubers do their things.
what was it?
Elmer, they bite. I didn't know they bite. I've never
Oh
been bitten.
no.
I,
Oh no.
it's like a horsefly bite. It hurts.
I got stung by a hornet a few years ago though, and that was probably some of the worst pain I've ever had. Like I didn't realize that those sting. Like I see why my girl happened. Was it hornets or wasps or bees? It was just bees for her, but like that was wild. Like the intense pain from a hornet sting. I was like it landed on my back and stung me, and you would have thought someone stabbed me in the back. I thought I was dying. I didn't think dirt daubers bit. I have horseflies. My house is on 46 acres. Horseflies bite. I've been bit by horseflies. Yellow jackets are terrible. Hornets are no joke. They're hell. Yeah, I have never been stung like that by something. Baby pterodactyl. I had lightning bug in my room the other night, and I thought I was hallucinating seeing things. I love lightning bugs. I love lightning bugs. We get them.
I know it seems like they're going away.
We get them. We get them down here pretty good, especially in the country.
I remember catching lightning bugs in Arkansas in summers I spent with my grandparents when I was growing up.
Did
It
you
was
put
one of
them
my
in the
favorite
jar?
childhood
They're going
memories.
extinct, Christina. Hell.
I feel like we need to save the fireflies.
Sunshine, did y'all used to put them in the mason jars too?
Yes, sir.
They swell you up more than a wasp. Horseflies or hornets?
Is that horsefly?
Yeah.
Woo pig, Arkansas here, sunshine. I have to spray my horse with special spray.
Those are literally some of my best childhood memories. And I feel like every kid should experience fireflies.
Yeah.
Horseflies are aggressive. I hate them. I don't even think like do they do normal fly functions? Like you know how flies just land on shit and like you know what I'm saying? Like flies' whole goal in life is to land on poop, then go land on food, then go like they rub their little paws together, they do something maniacal, but they don't ever like do anything. They're just annoying. But like horseflies, I think their whole goal is to terrorize.
You might be right.
They're, I don't know if I say that word, but never mind. You know what I mean? The Taliban of the flies situation.
Oh yeah. Watching my kids try to catch lightning bugs is pure entertainment. Watching them do anything that we used to do, like I took my kids down to the creek to catch. It was years ago to catch tadpoles, and they were just amazed by that. And I'm like, we used to catch tadpoles all the damn time, and they were like, are they gonna survive? I'm like, no, you got to put those bitches back. You take those home in a mason jar. They'll be dead in 48 hours. Okay.
They're not going to turn into frogs.
No,
Guaranteed. If you don't let them go.
there could be 50 people around. And they come straight for me. Yes. They do the dirty in public. They're just straight up freaks. Horseflies? Yeah, they are always creating a scene. Always creating a scene, I think. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. I don't even know what I want to eat this morning. And we haven't we haven't like shifted my appetite this morning too bad. So I think I can eat this morning. Some days we were up in here just straight killing any need for food for me.
It took me a second, but I got it.
How long do you think before Justin goes to jail? I don't know. To my understanding, the police were called last night, and I have no idea.
Wait, there's been another development as far as that?
No, not like a new since last night, but I just know the police have already been contacted. 3 days max. Roger's got his bed in. Hi, Spicy. Oh, ha ha ha. Sorry, Mike. You guys have seen my phone if I've streamed for y'all. It has like a little, I dropped it and it has like a little black spot on the very bottom. And so if your comments come through, I can only see it's always missing a sentence. How long before he's homeless? I don't know either on that. With how they are, it's an ever evolving situation. Like it could be today. It could be like today could be the day they piss someone off enough that they say, no, you're not allowed to stay here anymore.
I'll say 3 weeks max.
No. She gets money. She gets money on the 27th. So I think they'll go to a hotel. I do. I think they'll go to a hotel, and I think they'll have a few good days at a hotel.
Yep. And my guess is if they can make it through the next week until her check hits, and they spend the money on a hotel, because I'm gonna guess that they're paying the brother some kind of, and I'm air quoting, rent. That's just a guess. I have no idea. But if they go spend the money, I think then the brother will say, like, yeah, no, you can't come back here.
They are essentially homeless now with the temporary shelter. Yeah. Crime rates rise in summer, so very possible. Yeah, I honestly can't tell you. It like the way it varies day by day. I I don't know. It could change tonight. Like it could change tonight. And people were in my messages telling me they felt them coming back in their gut, and they were right. I think if Steph went to jail, it might change the way she handles things. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't
I don't
know.
think she
And
would. I don't think she would do. I don't think she would get the benefits of jail that other people do, Michael. And where like you go there, you kind of go, you have like a realization, like I do not want to be here. It would be just chaos for her, and mentally, it would be chaos for her. And
didn't Uncle Ron say yesterday they would not take Stephanie to jail because she said she didn't understand her Miranda rights?
she has said several times in the past. Yes, Uncle Ron has said that, and she has said several times in the past that she cannot go to jail because of her disability.
What?
I don't know, Roger. Have you had the snackies in jail? They're not the best snackies.
No. Like, I've been in jail.
Yes, I tatted Virgo. I think it would end up being a mental hospital situation for that she would end up in for inmates.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing for her. I
But
mean, let's face it.
you know how you go to jail and they're closing that bay door of the outside, and you're like just watching it, and you're trying to get the last of the outside. As soon as I realize, I'm like, I don't want to be here because I can't leave. Like, this is not for me.
I think that's what they both need. Yeah.
I
I
said
don't.
that yesterday, Amanda. I hope they both go.
I just don't understand how they're so comfortable living the way they are and not want to change. I actually don't think they're comfortable. I don't think they enjoy the chaos. I think it's all they know. And I don't think it's a comfortable thing. I don't think they're like, "Oh, I love this." I think that in their heads that someday someone will come in and it will miraculously change for them, but not by their own means.
I wonder.
That makes sense in some weird, chaotic kind of way, Ash.
I wonder if they think that's normal. Like, that's
They
how life's
do.
supposed to play out.
This
Yeah,
is
at this point, it is normal for them.
this is normal for them. This is all they know. They probably actually feel uncomfortable when it's not chaotic.
Taylor, Steph did look cleaner. She did look like she had
She
showered.
Justin blames him for not having a father figure for the way he is. Sure, I'm sure that plays a role.
But at some
But
point, that's an excuse because nobody had a perfect childhood. People had fucked up things happen to them their whole lives.
yeah, I'm gonna go fill my cup with ice. I'll be back, y'all, and I will be chewing ice. So fair warning.
But no, sunshine. Like, who hasn't had a jacked up childhood? But you know what I mean. You overcome it. Like, that's
100%. The life I have is definitely not the life I grew up with. And I will never apologize for what I have because I worked my ass off to make sure I had a good life. You know what I mean? And I made good choices even when it was hard.
see, that's the key point. Like, I made some bad choices along the way in my life, but
Absolutely. Me too.
you learn, and you're like, all right, that did not work. So
Or you don't learn and you keep doing the same shit and pretend you're a victim. It's like, no. Absolutely not. I've shared this before. Like, I worked in corporate America and had a job that I literally fucking cried to on my way to work for several years because it was so shitty. But it paid the bills, and it allowed someone like me who didn't go to college, didn't finish college, to be in a space that I otherwise wouldn't have got the opportunity to be in. So, yeah, listen. Anybody is capable of building a life they want if they're willing to work hard and, sometimes stay somewhere it sucks
Well, and I've
if it
said it.
means there are opportunities.
Well, and I've said it to him before. You do not have to be a victim of your circumstances. You do not.
No.
You get the choice in life to go, yeah, I lived through that. Yeah, that happened, and pick yourself up and change what's around you.
Yeah, and I know Ash has shared that she's sober. I am almost 28 years sober, and I think that's the reason I see someone like Justin and go, I have seen some absolute fucking losers get sober
better.
and change their lives, like, and be a completely different person. So I think that's the part where I saw if the right person is given a chance, they will take that opportunity that Justin was given and they will completely change their lives. And, you watch them win. Unfortunately, I gave that kid a benefit of a doubt that he didn't deserve. But anyone is capable of changing their life and their circumstance.
And some of those absolute losers have been the biggest mentors. Like they've
Yeah.
talked about their lives and then been like, I was a piece of absolute deplorable crap and you
Yep.
can change. And they did. And so that's why, like, I know that people can change. I know they
Yep.
can.
100%.
See, like, Ash has helped me along with my sobriety because, like, I just started not too long ago, and like, I've had a couple spells where I fell off or whatever, but it's, it's coming to the grips that, hey, I'm not good on that. Let's not do it. It's that simple, but you got to hit the absolute low.
Yep. You have to
Yeah.
make a decision. And life still happens. And I think that's the thing. People go, oh, well, I drank because or whatever. Like, I think I was about, I don't know, I was several years sober, but I lost my youngest brother to suicide. And the moment I had to tell my mom that her child was not alive, like, I wanted to drink. Like, I really, really wanted to drink, and I did not want to have to do that. And there have been other things in sobriety that were moments I wanted to drink, but I was surrounded by women who, like, carried me, and I didn't drink. Like, you just don't drink no matter what. If you have a problem with alcohol, again, I don't give a shit if for people that like to smoke or people that like to drink or people that drink alcoholically but don't want to get sober. You're never going to hear me tell you what you should do. Whatever works for you, do that. But for me, I've seen absolute people at their worst become the most incredible people, and I will always try to help someone that wants help.
Well, and I think that was the biggest misconception with Justin, which I really wish he did not construe it that way, but I should have known he was going to. But when he was having sober conversations with me, he was sharing he wanted to be sober. He was sharing that he does not like how he is on alcohol. He was sharing that stuff. So when I would have a conversation with him and he was drinking, it was to remind him that it wasn't to tell him to stop drinking, because I have no control over that. I do not. People slip up, people keep drinking. I've done it. Everyone's done it. It was to say, hey, remember what you said though. Is this what you really want? And so when he misconstrues that as control, that is not control. Like, that is reminding you the sober words you said. And now I don't think he meant those sober words. I do not.
It was manipulation.
Yeah. But at the time, it's reminding you of, like, and people reminded me, people would have to say, Ash, this is what you really want, because you have voiced that this is uncomfortable for you. You hate this cycle. You hate your relationship with alcohol. You hate how it makes you feel. You hate how you act. And so when people would remind me, it helped me, and it helps a lot of people who drink, that you're like, oh yeah, this isn't worth it. And so now looking back, it was manipulation, and that's that's hard because I appreciate you Adapt for saying like I've helped you, because like I think I usually come from a good place when I am helping. Like if you're gonna have a drink, you're gonna have a drink. I'm not gonna stop you, but I'm always gonna try to give good advice about it.
Yeah.
Like, is it worth it? Is it, how are you feeling? Why are you doing it? What's the base of this? What do you think? Why is it you want to drink tonight? What is driving this need for you? And people had to do that with me. And so it's not coming, and it's not because, it's because the words that I said that I don't want to have this unhealthy relationship. I don't want to act like this when I drink. I don't want to feel like this in the morning. I don't want to regret everything. And so being reminded of that reminds me I don't need to pick up a bottle. I don't have to. And so, and I know that there was talk when all this was going on and there was so much chaos, how I said that I was tempted to drink. Yes, because chaos tempts you to drink. And I know that some people were using that as like I'll try to be like a little low blow. Like you're letting this let you drink. Well, it's not a low blow for me. I used to drink just because it was a Tuesday. Okay.
Correct.
Like, so like, it's not a low blow for me. Unless you've had a problem with it, you do not understand the relationship you have with alcohol. And when you build yourself into a sober life, you build yourself into a routine that allows you not to have those tendencies or those temptations. And so when something is chaotic, and especially in my life, when something is chaotic, I do have the urge. And so like, and there's nothing wrong with sharing that. And I think when people try to shame you for that, like, I'm like, you don't understand the relationships that people that truly have a problem have with alcohol, and why they sought that out. And until you've lived that life, you won't understand it.
Because it makes you numb. It makes you just, I don't have to worry about nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, not feel.
Not feel. Thank you. I was trying to get there.
Yeah.
But you know, such a. But,
Thank you, Amanda.
And like Ash has helped me, because I've called her the next day after a binge or whatever, and I'm like,
Of course, Amanda.
why am I doing this, Ash? And she's like, Cody, it takes more than a day.
Yeah. And you do it because you're an alcoholic. Like that's what we do. There's a difference between an alcoholic who's trying their best in recovery, having a slip, and some fucking knucklehead on the internet who never meant what he said about his relationship with alcohol, just, trying to manipulate. And I think that's the slippery spot for someone like me who genuinely will always help other people. I mean, there's nothing he could say now that would garner me giving him any help whatsoever. But we try to give the benefit of the doubt, and it kind of shits on people that are actually trying to change their life and their relationship with whatever substance or thing is unhealthy for them, whether it's
and that
alcohol,
goes
shopping.
Well, and that goes for like, even when people are like, oh, you can just cut them off now. I've seen that. Yeah. When something is deemed unhealthy for me, like I have no problem cutting that straight the fuck off. Like I don't. Like there will be no shame in my game for the rest of my life. If something is unhealthy for me and it drives me to feel any type of way that's outside of the norm that I've created for myself, then I am going to take every bit of myself to not crawl back into a hole and continue crawling up. And if that means that I leave you in the dust, that means I leave you in the dust, because self-preservation is a lot more valuable to me than falling down a hole with you. So
no, he earned every bit of being cut off that he got. He had more opportunities than he deserved to not get cut off.
Yeah, that's being self-loyal. And my biggest thing is, if you are not loyal to yourself, you can never be loyal to another person in this whole world. And I am loyal to myself before anyone now. And that's because I did not live for anyone. I lived for everyone else but myself for so long that I lost myself. I didn't even know who I was anymore when I was drinking. I did not have an idea of who I was as a person. I didn't even know, I could tell you, I didn't even know what I was into anymore. I didn't even know what I liked. I didn't even know, that's
so true. That's so true. You don't know who you are or even what you like or don't like. It is so true.
When I talk about getting sober and it being like reborn, I'm not saying like it's like it was a godly moment for me, because I'm not like the most religious person. It wasn't like a reborn moment, but it was like I stopped experiencing the things that made life great, like going outside, or food. I was not eating. I was only eating when I was wasted, and it was always shitty ass food. And so like when I started eating good again, I was like, oh my God, all of this tastes amazing. And it felt stupid to me, but that's because I let all those things become nothing whatsoever to me. I lost value in everything around me. And I just don't think until you've experienced that, you have an understanding of it.
Yeah, 100%,
And
100%. And can I just say, sorry, Cody, for the people that do criticize or want to say something about any of us cutting him off, feel free to go support that man. Feel free to be the one to step in and take over. You know, Michael said Justin's mom posted a new Facebook post.
I have not seen it. I like when I said when I took a seat, I've said that she was right. I've said that she was protecting her own peace. I meant that, and I have not. I have done my best not to disturb hers.
Yeah, I never, for the record, I never went and looked on the mom's Facebook because I knew that there was whatever was between them. It was, more than we knew about. I didn't condone the way it was handled, but it made me understand exactly why he acts the way he acts. So they can keep all that chaos, but I do want to see it, and I'm sure someone will send it to me.
It was
not to bring the chat down, but like y'all talk about, the reasons why we use alcohol to cope. See, a buddy of mine, he's sober too, and we got to talking. See, my dad got unalived in front of me, and he
Oh
said,
Lord, I'm sorry.
"Yeah," and he said, "Cody, I honestly think that's how you dealt with it for so many years." And I got to thinking, I'm like, "Yeah."
Definitely.
I've seen her post. I skimmed it. It's a paragraph. I mean, it's a lot, but I do not agree with giving out her number and contacting her about Justin. Justin chose to go back there. She cannot save him. She is not required to save him. Um, I it's not her problem. It's not, and she's right. Like I get people are gonna be like, that's his mother. That's his mother. He does not have respect for her. He does not have respect for anyone. He does not care about anyone. I again think she's protecting her peace, and you should not be contacting her about Justin. Justin, if he needed his mother, he could call her. He could call her right up and speak to her privately. And he doesn't. And that's on him. So I do not condone giving out her number and still harassing her about him. Same shit, different day. Yeah, I don't agree with that.
And we've said that the whole time. We have said that the whole time.
Yeah, I don't agree with it. And again, he chose to go back to this. And he chose to go back to this, and she can't save him from it. The only person that can save him at this point is himself, and he has to find it in himself to save himself. He doesn't even like himself. No, Dazzle. Yeah, I contacting her for him to come save her, for her to come save him. I think it would just disrupt whatever life she has built for herself, and everyone has the right to build their own life and start over. And whatever happened between them that cut that off, is between them. And I think that she has the right to not have to want him to disturb her peace, and it's continuing to happen. And so
well,
I don't.
why would anybody think contacting her she would do anything? She didn't want to see him when he was in the same city she's in. So what? Like what?
Why would you jeopardize her peace? You know, peace is a hard thing to come by, but once you get it, you don't want to let go of it. Like,
Yes, I don't disagree with her. And I, at this point, with everything that he's done, like a mother's love isn't going to save him. It's not. Like, and I know that that's everyone's like, we're all, a lot of us are mothers in here, and we're like, we wouldn't let our kid and blah, blah, blah. But our kids don't act like Justin. Okay. Our kids don't, they don't participate in the chaos that he creates. They don't. And I know my kids wouldn't do that. So I will save my kids any damn day, because I know who they are and what they represent. And we know them the best, and she knows him the best. And this is her take, and I respect it. How do people even
asked?
I do not know. I have no idea. I mean, people have gotten my number throughout the situation, and I'm on chronically do not disturb. So if you called me, I don't answer numbers I don't know, and I don't answer texts I don't know. So, and Cody can tell you I am bad at answering texts anyway.
Yeah. I feel like, Ash, did I piss you off? No,
No.
I just suck with my phone. Leave me alone. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's shared exactly. But you guys did bash his mom before for not wanting him around. Kylie, I did, and I just took that. I don't know if you've been around and listening, but for several weeks I have said that her words are harsh, but now I see why. So I've cleared that up.
And I wouldn't say I bashed her. I would
I
say
think everyone's
that,
take on that is different. Yeah.
yeah, and Ash and I feel a little bit differently about that. I don't care what my kid has done. I have said I would never publicly
Hi, YOLO.
say the shit she said. Like, that's just not something I would fucking post on Facebook, and I will still stand by that. I think it's weird.
And
But I think it's weird when there's people that, like, when they're having problems with their husband or boyfriend or wife or girlfriend, they post all kinds of wild shit on Facebook. Like, that will never be me. That wasn't me.
And then I think there's a misconception that I've disagreed with some of the words she used, and I have, but I don't disagree with her protecting her peace. So,
One thing I love about Ash is that if she's wrong, she'll be the first one to tell you she's wrong. Like
100%. 100%.
And I get the same vibe from Sunshine. So, like,
absolutely. And I've been wrong in a lot of this, but I'm not going to take, every live, there's always someone that comes in and wants to point out that, like, either where our stance has changed or something we said before. And like I said, I'm going to stay 10 toes down that even if my kid was, doing the most, I'm not fucking posting about it on Facebook, but that's just me. And that is what I said before.
And I think the common misconception is that there was a time where we were aware that the mother and him were in contact and having okay conversations about him going home. Mm-hmm. So where that went south was, and we don't even know, and this is where Justin does a lot of things that we are not aware of, and we didn't know what interactions were happening. So,
yep. Yeah, that was also the other thing.
There's a lot more to the story that I think of why we were so strongly like, I don't know what's going on, why she's doing this, because we were made aware she was okay with it.
Yeah, and that was always my point. She could have said before he got on the bus for Florida, do not come here. And she did not say that.
Yeah, and that's there. But like I said, I don't know their interactions that were behind the scenes. And the way the interactions were being described is completely different. Now that I have a full painted picture, I can make a better assessment of it. I don't know why he went back. All I see is them arguing. I know, YOLO. I know.
100%. It's gross and toxic, and they both deserve exactly what they're getting right now with each other.
Oh, I watched on somebody's page the one where she was live and he was telling her to get off, and y'all wasn't lying about how she talks. Like, I took it back.
Hi, TNT. I would have went anywhere but back. Yeah.
100%.
Hi, Denise.
What scares me is I feel like with Steph, it's one of those, like, she's miserable right now with them there. She's been crying, but she definitely doesn't want anyone else to have him or him to be gone. And that scares me for both of their safety.
Well, he ain't much of a catch, in my opinion. Like, he's not a good-looking feller, in my opinion.
There's not one redeeming quality, honestly. No.
It almost feels like their situation has escalated a lot since they've been back. And it seems like that's why he went back to, their relationship is toxic. Have you guys talked about her saying she was calling the police again? Yes. I have heard from through the grapevine that she did call the police again.
Yep.
Well, neither is Steph yet. No cute going on there. No, I did say for a time, like, he's not my cup of tea, but if he cleaned up, I'm sure he would have been someone's cup of tea. I'm sure he would have been eventually. But now, like, when someone, for me, like, looks is really based off of what you are on the inside, and the two of them are so rotten on the inside that it, like, there's no attractiveness there. Steph had to catfish Justin to begin with. Yes. She really did call, even with Justin recording. Yeah. Don't say that he'll think he has a chance. No, Heather, I meant it like he like if he was clean up and get his act together, I'm sure there's a nice girl that would that would
What was
find
that, Ash?
I'm reaching in here. I'm digging in.
She's
I'm digging
trying.
deep.
She's trying. She's
I-
trying, y'all.
Yeah.
I think that someone would eventually find that attractive.
Poor Ash.
She's having. I ain't never seen her let tongue twisted.
She's trying real hard to be nice. She's
Just
trying
say it,
real
Ash.
hard. Yeah.
Does anyone know who's the nerd girl on Facebook? Melisha, that is Stephanie. That is a catfish. It's been
That's a
confirmed.
catfish account.
Pump those brakes. We can hear your messages blowing up. Yeah, adaptive. Remember, it's a warning not to eat during these lives. To today, Junior. Wow. Is it true that she doxed his new number? Yes, she posted that online last night. Is Steph catfishing him still? It's Steph cat. Yes.
Yep.
Not another catfish. At this point, like, I think I've told this chat yesterday, I think it's role play. You cannot convince me otherwise. You cannot convince me that if he falls for it every single time, she talks the same. She talks the same. For one, you're in love with her personality. You are, like, you really dig that personality. And
all 11 of them.
Yep.
I've sent a request. Okay, I'll get you up.
Watch out, Sunshine. Steph is coming for you. You know what? Ain't nothing scary about either one of those two idiots for me.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi, Nina.
Look, it's the fact that she just can catfish him over and over and over, and it's just so funny at this point.
But I think that's why you have to ask yourself, like, because Ash is right. Like, she could catfish, but her communication style is the same, so it's pretty obvious it's her.
Right, and you would think he would catch on to that, like,
well, maybe
come on,
he
dude.
has. Maybe he has.
That's why I think it's mutual. I think it's like, I honestly think she, in her head, if she catfishes him, he will not have time to find a real girl. And
that's true. But, like, why are you using your family's name? Like,
I don't.
Uncle's last name at that.
Does he decide to actually talk to the person on the phone? And not just via text. Yeah, no, and I've seen some of her catfish messages, and she texts exactly the same as she does when she's writing to any of you or me, as she does when she writes to him. And so, like, I know, like, I have discernment, and at some point, I think discernment kicks in for everyone. Like, you can't tell me you don't know that's not her. You can't tell me you don't know. You can't. I won't be convinced of it. I could catfish his ass right on down here to Arkansas if I wanted to. You could. Anyone could. And at first I used to feel bad. Like, I used to be like, no wonder he can't trust anyone. But that's self-induced.
But he does it to himself. This is what he wanted. That's what she wanted. And I don't feel bad for any of them anymore because this is literally what they wanted. She literally cried for him to come back. And now she's crying for him to leave.
Well, she doesn't want him to leave. She just wants him to
She just wants him to quit cheating.
Yeah, and she just wants him to promise he's going to stay. And that's, like, the weirdest part to me is, like, My mother used to tell me if a man's gonna cheat, he's gonna cheat no matter what you do. Like, and she was right. If you watch his every step, he's gonna find a way to fall into a vagina. He is. And so you can't trap a man. You can't.
Right.
You cannot trap a man into being with you. It just doesn't work that way. It's not healthy. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for the person. It builds resentment. And then like they're fighting about like when they were fighting yesterday and he was like, take accountability. And she said, that what did she say? That happened. We're beyond that. No, it happened yesterday. And the fact that you guys can't even address things that happened 5 minutes ago without saying it's in the past is weird. Okay? Like that's weird. And she keeps taking him back. Yep. Why is she catfishing if she don't want him to cheat? Because he has openly said he wants to have another person in the relationship because he's not attracted to her. He's not. And so her way of keeping him is allowing him to invite other people in the relationship, but she doesn't want it to be someone that he could really leave with. So she catfishes.
Right. Like, I don't know. Like, I could never just be like, yeah, you can do it, and then catfish him, or let him start talking to somebody, but really not being okay with. Like, girl, clean yourself up and go get your life together. Do better for you.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like, I'm not changing how I want my relationships to be for a man when obviously he doesn't want to be with her. He wants her
And
money.
for a man who brings absolutely nothing to the table.
Right, like
Yeah, it's a very weird, toxic, codependent relationship.
Yeah.
And that's the part that I said, I do not feel sorry. Like, I know people were feeling bad for Steph last night, and I don't feel bad for either one of them. I think they both are getting exactly what they deserve, but I do not want to see either one of them get hurt. And it's going to end poorly. And I wish someone would step in,
She said she wished someone would step in, and it ain't gonna be her.
Ain't gonna be me. I stepped all the way in last time, and this is where it got me. So I'm over here, and I keep talking about it, frankly, because Justin told me to keep his name out of my mouth. So I will not.
It is a weird trauma bond.
Yeah. Unhealthy. Like, it's so unhealthy.
Like, I can't understand it because it could never be me, I guess.
Well, because you probably have some common sense, Nina. And so for those of us, when we were trying to explain to adapt this whole scenario, I said, you got to quit.
Michael.
You got to leave common sense out of this.
Yes.
Ain't no sense.
And like all like brain capacity, just throw it out.
Yep. It's chaos and codependency and toxicity.
But like I told you, I think normal doesn't feel normal to them at this point. Like, I think that when they are sitting there and everything's good, they think about ways they could cook up chaos.
100%.
I just don't think it feels normal to them. And yes, normal can be boring, and I get it. But like, that's why we watch this shit, right? Because we all live semi-normal lives. And so like this shit is like it's so astounding, it's entertaining to us because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make logical sense. So we want to sit there and we want to figure it out. And to them, this is their life. This is their life they live. And I think that's the base of it. I think that normal is not normal to them. Chaos is.
Well, and just going back to like when you were pointing out about the thing with the dishes, like how long they sat and argued with the roommate about the fucking dishes. The dishes could have been done 7 times.
Well, that's
like
why
y'all have spent more energy arguing about something than it would take. Just like with him, it would be less effort for him to go get a fucking job, but he won't.
Well, and that's why she didn't. That's why the roommate had such a hard time in the situation, because that's not normal. That is not normal interactions. That would push me over the edge too, because like I, as a normal human, that should not be an interaction I'm having with someone. It should be, We all cohabitate here. We all exist here. We all do our part. That is what it is. Is it normal to have little roommate fights? Yes. Like, you live with someone, you're going to have a little dispute over something. But like, at the end of it, like, that the way they move through the world is so abnormal to everyone else around them that they have the interactions with the people around them. It's because of how they are.
Right.
And then it's always everyone else's fault, but it's not everyone else's fault. It's y'all's. The way you live is so abnormal that other people cannot participate. They just can't. They can't logically participate in it.
I don't even pay for cable no more, and most of the streaming things like this is cable.
So yeah, and people are like, oh, you guys watch it, you guys participate in it. Yeah, it's chaos that is free entertainment. It is. It's free entertainment. They're going to go on and do this shit whether people gift them or not, whether people give them money or not. It feeds a beast inside them as well.
And we will never be able to figure it out, and it bugs me.
Like, I don't know, like, I feel bad for the brother. Like, he's really got to get him out of there, or they're going to get him kicked out of his apartment. Like, they're just different.
Modern day Jerry Springer. Yeah, 100%, Sarah Jessica. It is modern day Jerry Springer. It is no different than what we watch on TV. It's no different than reality TV. It's just free entertainment. We don't have to pay for this. We can open our phones and it will be on our screen.
And we get awesome commentary.
Yeah, I love the comments. That's the comments are what keeps me watching half the time.
Yes, the comments are golden.
They're at the brothers. Yes, Autumn. As far as we know, they're still there today.
I feel bad for him in this situation because he's going to end up losing his home.
I feel bad for Jerry. Jerry is rolling over his grave because he wants to be here for it. Oh my gosh, Jerry would have a field day with the stuff on TikTok.
But yeah,
at the Bubba's. He tries to be really the controlling boyfriend, and he wants to control everything. Yeah, he wants to be in control because he's so out of control. That's what it is.
100%.
He likes to be like, I'm a man. What is he? He'll always do that speech. You don't pay my bills. You don't put a ring on it. You ain't fucking me. And I'm like, thank God. But
which is wild because people are paying his bills.
But I think what really irked me last night is they were arguing about the job situation. She told him he wasn't going to go get a job because he didn't want to. And he's like, you ain't never had a job. She pays for you to get stuff. But, like, she draws a check every month. Like,
well, that's his favorite thing to say. He loves
her.
He's, the clip I saw of him, like, trying to say she needed to be accountable. That kid hasn't been accountable a day in his life. Like, sir, you don't need to be giving anyone a speech about accountability. Just shut the fuck up.
Well, no, and I will admit, like, during some of the times where he came on and admitted things when he was talking to us, it was accountability, but it was fake. And I don't,
100%.
And I think people think that both of those things can't be true, and they can. He was, just like he came on and gave Wrench an apology, that was fake. It's manipulation. Like, he'll take fake accountability when the person in front of him is asking for it, and he thinks the person in front of him is going to give him what he needs.
Yes,
and then he'll come back and take it back. He'll say, I didn't mean any of that.
Storm.
Doesn't make it real. Actions are needed. Yes, Linda, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, he can say words. He can. I admit that he is good at manipulating, but then he doesn't show any action to the accountability.
That part.
Nope. He makes sure whatever it is blows up before he has to actually do anything productive.
She has spoken to other men during their relationship. If you remember the pod situation, he went through her phone. She ran across that pod and hit him. I mean, like I said, we've watched the abuse go all different ways with the two of them.
But
they like to.
Yeah, it's mutual combat for sure.
Yes. But in that case, how are you going to be mad at her for talking to somebody when you do it?
It's because of the control thing. It's the control 100%.
Thing. Like, but I feel like he wants an open relationship only on his part. He don't want her to talk to nobody but he just wants it to be a one-sided open relationship. And you have to both be in agreement for something like that, and she's not in agreement with it. The only reason she says that
Well, that would hurt his bottom line.
because
That would mean that
he don't
someone might.
believe it.
That means someone else might be getting money that he's not
Uh-huh.
getting, and that would hurt his bottom line, and that's all he cares about.
Like he's a piece of work. We'll just say that. That's about as nice as it can be said.
Yes, Frog. That's what I was saying too.
Yep. Exactly.
Only one that Mike. Only one. Sorry, I'm eating ice. Only one that needs to be talking to her is a dentist. Hell.
Like neither one of them would know what a healthy relationship is.
No.
No.
Yeah, and honestly, that's sad. Like,
And
if
none of
they
us
both-
are. And none of us are experts on healthy relationships. None of us are, but I
Right.
think a lot of us make the effort to either take ourselves out of a healthy relationship or work towards a healthy relationship. And that's not what's happening here.
Yeah, some of
Or-
us have spent a lot of money on counseling to not be in the exact same relationships we were raised on.
Right.
Or stay single.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm going with right now. For me. After seeing
Like, I
this,
just-
I'm like, I don't want to do it. No.
I
mm-mm.
couldn't live in that chaos every day. Like,
No,
I
there's
couldn't.
no way.
I couldn't wake up every day to wonder what my next fight's going to be about, or if everything's fine, then I need to make up a fight to have the chaos come back. Like it's just that's miserable, and I don't know. Like if they both got in a healthy relationship, they would somehow fuck it up because they don't know what that feels like to not have to have somebody depend on you for every little thing, or vice versa. Like. Oh
Britt,
man.
can I just say, Britt, I'm sending you so much love. I hope everything goes smooth for you today and quick like a bunny. I don't know if you hate the dentist like I do, but I absolutely loathe going to the dentist and it gives me panic attacks. So I'm sending you so much love.
Look, dentists, they stress me out.
I don't like it at all.
Me either.
I have to take some, what do they give you? Xanax or whatever.
No, Sparkle, I agree with you. I'm not saying this meanly, but they both have special needs. Yeah, I would agree with that. Did Britt get her Christmas wish? She's getting them today. She is getting them in the next hour and a half, or hour or so. They muck up everything, even when they're staying where they're staying. Yeah, that is 100% the case.
And the special needs isn't the reason that Justin is a shit show. He's a shit show because he's a shit human being.
Literally.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors that go into all
In
of
my
it.
humble opinion.
Well, no, it's just not one clean thing. It's not just one. It's not just there's special needs and mental illness going on, and this is why they behave this way. Because every one of us has mental illness. Every one of us in this chat, there are some of us who have special needs, and you don't act that way. So, like,
Nope.
Sunshine, why? No, who reported her for harassment and bullying? Like, get out of here. She didn't say anything harassment and bullying. If the truth hurts your feelings, then I don't know what to do with you here. But it's not harassment and bullying to say, like, I don't know what to do with you if you can't handle the truth. Like, the truth of the matter is that they both have mental illness and special needs, but it's not an excuse for their behavior.
Absolutely not.
It's not a crutch. I have to ask that.
No.
I think it's a learning disability. Probably. I have no idea on their medical diagnoses. And I would not even voice to say I do. But there is factors outside that are not the normal that are in play here.
Yep. Their disabilities is not the reason that they're acting a fool. You can have special needs, but to sit on a live and have someone tell you, hey, call the police and false report your husband again for, the 27th time and say he hurt you. And for you to smile and say, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. That has nothing to do with being special needs. That's being an asshole, and it's a crime.
It's vindictive. It's vindictive. It's manipulative.
Gross.
It's not okay. Like, and I will never condone that behavior.
That part.
And I'm
Yeah.
not sticking up for Justin. I think everybody knows how I feel about him at this point, but I'm also not going to sit there and say that that behavior is okay.
And then you all witnessed her smirk when she said it. That
Yeah,
is,
diabolical.
yeah, that is something that she was cool with doing because it got her the means to the end she wanted. Like the end to the means, whatever the saying is, I don't know. But she wanted the goal to be for him. She wanted him at the end of the day to freak out and say, no, don't do it. I'm going to stay with you. And that's not what she got.
Yep.
Right.
They're both a little short in the six pack.
Like, well, she knows right from wrong, and she knew
Who
what she
said
was
that?
doing.
Mustang. I think there's going to be multiple truths at the same time, and I've said this since the beginning of when I started going live, and I think some people are not able to look at that. If they see someone has mental illness, they see someone has a disability, they're like, that's the reason they behave this way, and it's not. You can be a wonderful human and have all those things going on. You can be a horrible human and have all those things going on. They are not one and the same. It does not excuse behaviors. It does not excuse actions you've taken against other people. It is not an excuse for shitty ass human behavior. It's not.
Yep. 100%.
My
Like,
brother,
and I think they're both smarter than they get credit for. Like, Stephanie is a really smart person, and she knows exactly what she's doing.
Someone blamed it on her PCOS. I know a ton of women that have
I know you
PCOS,
are.
and
have
I have
PCOS.
never seen them act diabolical like that. Like
I
that
I'm
is
scared to ask, what is PCOS?
Polycystic,
polycystic ovarian
ovarian
syndrome. Yeah.
I
Being-
have it, and I don't act that way. So,
And honestly, whoever was in her chat telling her to do that, shame on them too. Which they'll probably come after me for that, but I don't give a shit.
Well, I mean, I get if she was saying that he hurt her, then the police need to come, right? But like, if you know that the situation is like you've seen what she's doing, then the police need to come and take both of them. They just need to come and test. Like, I think they need a restraining order against each other. They do. They just need a restraining order against each other at this point, and they don't need to be around each other. They create a toxic. They are a harm to society together.
Agreed. Agreed. And I'll say it again. I really hope that somehow, some way it ends for them before it ends really poorly for one of them.
She schemes, but not intellectually. Yeah, they wouldn't last. They wouldn't last in jail. No, neither one of them.
You know, he went to prison.
Yeah, when I'm readjusting to the outside. I'm readjusting to the outside, sir. A lot of us have sat in jail. Okay.
Yeah, going to jail for 48 hours or even 72 hours is not going to prison.
No,
Like,
you get a shit bologna sandwich and you make a few friends. All right, that's what happens.
That's a whole different world, prison and jail.
Oh man. Yeah, he had
No,
to adjust to the
Frog.
outside after being in prison, which jail.
I wonder if you
Ridiculous.
dropped the soap.
Yeah, no, Christina, a night in jail sure does change your life. I thought it was going to change his. It did not. It did not.
No, it did not.
And it's not his first night in jail either.
Nope.
I'm making my bitch. Dodge, man, don't say that. He's going to come find you.
I'm a slow learner, so it's like 4 nights in jail at 4 different occasions. But I finally got it.
Christina said I couldn't poop for days after. No, you can't poop when you're in jail. It's not a comfy experience. And then when you leave, you're like, I can't poops now because I'm constipated.
Been holding it too long. Oh my goodness.
I'm still shocked over the harassment and bullying. I have said way worse things on here.
Well,
Always putting things in his pooper. Ugh. Unhinged.
I feel like I've been getting reported for harassment and bullying regularly in lives lately, which that's fine.
I don't really kick anyone unless TikTok tells me I have to. Sometimes TikTok will say like this person has to drop, and then I'm like, well, fine. But otherwise, like I don't care. I
That's
don't
like
care.
fine. I'll
Yeah,
drop
like
them.
I'll do it so I don't get banned, but I'll take the hit otherwise. Every time I was in jail, I bonded out quicker than I could say hello. Isn't that nice? Isn't it nice not to have to beg for $500 on live and you can just get out? Imagine reporting Sunshine for bullying. I know. She's got a way with words better than I do because I always I'll get going and it'll sound great and then I'll be like, and then motherfucker. And like,
Yeah.
like
Sometimes
No,
real
I
like
just I just motherfucker from the gate, so it's fine.
yeah, no, I have a mouth on me, so I know sometimes it'll come off like I'm like well read and then I'll just shoot it all to fucking hell.
then it all goes off the rails.
Girl, it's nice not having to beg for Taco Bell. I agree. Stephanie, are you
Yeah,
trying to come? I'll get you
Taco
up.
Bell.
I cleared out my requests, so if you're trying to come up, let me know, and I can get you up here. I know a lot of the times it's you guys accidentally hitting the boxes, and so my bond was 50,000. I was out the next day. Holy shit, Dodge! What'd you do? Holy shit!
You know, Dodge, one of my favorite things about being older and having my life together is that I have said as an adult, I have bail money. I have lawyer money, I have bail money, and sometimes some people really like make you question some things and think it might be worth it. It might be worth it.
Yeah,
And I'm not a fighter. I'm going to say it again for the record. I am not a fighter. I am a runner, not a fighter. I have never been a physical fighter. But I will fight you in other ways, and I do call the cops. So
I am a spider monkey, but I will swear that if it was me and Stephanie, I'm not ashamed to say I would run. I would outrun her. I would outrun her every single time. I would pick up as much speed as I could because I know I got speed on that bitch. Okay.
I don't know. We've seen a couple of
pretty
videos.
fast.
That video at the hotel when the roomies pulled up after Wyatt said pull up. She and the day he snatched the phone out of her hand to see who she was messaging when she was messaging other men, supposedly.
Yeah, no, the fighter is still in me. I was a fighter too, Heather. And that doesn't mean I won every fight. I got my ass knocked out a couple times and I deserved it. My mouth can be wild, especially when I was drinking. But I definitely with her, I can outrun her. I can outrun most people. I'm fast. I'm fast as fuck, boy. And
Boy.
yeah. So
That's like me. I'm gonna give it my all. You might be bigger than me, but I'm gonna give it my all. But it takes a lot to get me to fighting mad. Like,
oh yeah, especially now that I don't drink. Like I don't get that way. I am the type that'll be like, "Are you good? Like, you good? Like, what are you so angry? Yeah, why are you so angry? I ain't even to that level yet."
but
Heather's
that's
a
for my
fighter.
kids. That'll do it for me every time. My kids, like,
Yeah.
we'll square
My
up at it now.
situation, I can't run, so it's kind of like whatever. You know what I mean?
Ryder, she might catch me, and I always live by the mentality that when we get on the ground, we're the same size, but I know that ain't true, and so like
pancake.
I also feel like she may be quick for a second, but Ash is going to have the stamina on her to continue long after she stops running. So I think you'd be good.
yeah. But I stand on the fact that I'd whoop Justin. I'd whoop him.
I got my money on you.
I'd whoop that ass.
I put money on you.
Absolutely. That kid, he is all talk. He's all talk. He only likes to, look at when he told the roommate, pull up, bet, pull up. And then when they did,
he even threatened
he threatened
he threatened Knuckles. I don't know if I can say it on here.
Yeah.
On the roommates. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and before they were even there, he was in the office telling them, hey, someone said they're going to come here and call the cops.
Let's
if you want someone to pull up, you don't go to the office and tell them to call the cops.
It might be her. Yeah, Jen. You never know. Give Steph a Slim Jim and each bite she'll run like the Terminator. She might. That might be her fuel.
Christina, I think you're right. She said, I feel like Stephanie would be a pusher and a puller.
And I don't want her touching me with those nails.
It's probably why he wears all those rings now. I don't know, Jared. I think those are trinkets. I think he reminds me of Captain Sparrow when he gets dressed. He just finds all this random shit to put on his body, and it's like his trinkets. Like I think he loves trinkets. I don't get me wrong. I love a trinket. Like I do. Like my room is full of trinkets. I can also afford
You're not
those trinkets.
You're not clipping them to your belt, Ash.
Oh, I don't know. A little boo boo on the belt.
Or
I might do
are
that.
you?
I
Or
might do
are
that.
you?
Not the Labubu on a belt.
The Labubu on a belt might be my next fashion. My next fashion take.
Just post a video.
Imagine Justin running like Jack Sparrow. I know. He reminds me of Jack Sparrow with that shit.
He jumped up and ran, left Steph sitting there. It sure did.
Oh, that would have been the day that it would have been over for me. If we were getting pulled up on and a man that was with me was like, you know what? I'm going to run. I would be pissed. What do you mean you're leaving me to fight? You're the one that summoned them, bitch. Like,
Yep.
It'd never be me.
Well, ladies, I gotta go to the gym, but as always, thank you for my morning coffee. I
of
appreciate
course.
Have a good day.
When they were in that house, he had those knee pads. He was strapped. He was ready.
Not the knee pads. He should stay wearing those.
Jack Sparrow would never run it back into a tree.
Or if he did, it would be a tree. It wouldn't be a bush. Okay, Jack
One, he
Sparrow.
wouldn't have slowed down to almost a stop and flipped his light on at the same time, idiot.
What happened to his new earrings? Jen, I don't know. Those got left behind. Those got left behind in the great culling of all his items that he picked up along the way.
I did enjoy that when he was asking Dustin, name one thing I bought that I forget what he said. Name one thing I bought that I didn't need to or that was dumb. And then the whole chat was just spamming all the shit he's bought since he left California. Oh my God.
Traded the bike and earrings for a cig. That's a common. Jared said he sold them for cigarettes. Yeah, he might have. Ugh. And those and earrings are funky. Like,
Yeah,
as women,
no,
you
thank
know
you.
how stinky and funky earrings can be. And buying secondhand earrings grosses me out. That's like secondhand panties. I can't do it. I can't. Traded the where the fuck is the cowboy hats? I want to know.
They probably got left too.
I didn't think he was going to part with those. He loved those. He enjoyed those thoroughly, and I thought they were uglier than sin.
Because they are.
Not the secondhand panties, I'm telling you. I can't do secondhand panties, and I can't do leggings. I know how us women roll in leggings. We do not put panties on when we slap those on us. Some of us do. Me, the dirty bitch I am. I just throw my leggings on, okay? And that's why when I see leggings at like Goodwill, and I love Goodwill. Everyone that knows me knows I love Goodwill. But I do not go for the leggings because I'm like, no, there was a woman free lipping in these before me, and I can't participate in that.
No, thank you. There's not enough soap and a hot enough wash setting to. No, thank you. Absolutely not.
You're so real for that. Yeah, no, I just can't. I can't.
The only way I will buy used leggings is if they're brand new with a tag on them.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And like, no, girl.
No,
otherwise, I can't share space with your coochie. I can't. Clam with no shell inside them leggings. Nope.
That is not a safe space, Ash.
Free lipping is crazy. Because men have free balling. Why can't I free lip? Y'all get all the good things. You guys can go topless. You guys can free ball. We can't do that. Free blood infusion with used legging. Gross. We don't free bleed around here. Facts. I free lip my leggings too. See, it's common. A lot of women, we just don't. Like Wyatt free balling in jeans. I will never understand that. You will not. I don't think there's many women in this world that will go pantyless in jeans. It's just not a fun texture. It's not a texture you want to mess with like in that capacity. And I can't imagine it's the same for men. Women can topless. No, we can't. That's crazy work. I can't do it. Same with jeans.
Good. It just would be looked down on.
I support freeing the nip. I know most men do. And in the heat too. Oh my God. Yeah. That ball wiggle I've talked about it many a time when you guys squat and you wiggle to get it unstuck. I can't imagine not doing that with underwear and just straight jeans.
Ugh. Well, unfortunately, we've all saw him, so we know what he's working with, and unfortunately, it's almost non-existent.
We've seen too much. We've seen too
Literally.
much.
That was on a live that everyone witnessed when he was working on his bike. If you were in that live, you should get compensation.
I am proud to say I was not in that live and I have not seen that live, and I do not want anyone sending me any information about that live.
No, it was.
That was a rough
I
live.
escaped that.
I'm glad I wasn't. Unfortunately, I was in that live. There was a lot of people that were in that live, and
I was the victim of that live.
yeah, I think we
I
all
was a
deserve
victim of that.
compensation.
I was
I
a
And it
think
victim
wasn't
of
just
that.
one time. It was multiple times that he flashed it.
Good
Ah.
Lord.
He seemed so excited about it too. Yeah, that was wild.
I would that makes sense to me that
Where's
you would
that
be,
was the same day,
honestly.
Sarah. He showed his bits and his bits to us, and then that same live,
man.
she walked in, and I remember commenting in that
Oh,
live.
that's the time she got stuck in the shirt.
Yes, she got stuck in the shirt and she got up and the towel fell. And I said, not 2 times in a row today. I said, I can't manage this.
And she's like, "You got to help me get out of the shirt." And he's like, "Okay." And he leaves the camera pointing towards her.
I know. I think he did that on purpose. I do. You can't.
Oh man,
That is so disgusting.
it was such a bad life.
I thankfully missed that. Yeah, it was all in one day. That was one day in this universe where we got exposed to all of it. And that was not by choice. It was not by choice. That was free on this God's internet again. How do you get stuck in a shirt? I don't know. There's so many times where I don't know. And then someone posted it. It was posted. It was posted a lot of places.
Ugh.
It was not pretty. Probably sweating from the shower. Or she wasn't fully dry. Like sometimes when you put clothes on when you're not fully dry, they stick to you. I'll fall asleep in one and wake up with no shirt. Oh, I know. Or you wake up, as a female, you'll put a tank top on and you'll wake up and you'll be like, "What? Why is my left titty
One
over
boobie
here?"
up. Yeah.
Why? How did this
Absolutely.
happen?
Damn, it just fell out.
Yeah.
I'm in my menopause era, so sleeping in not sexy at all, but the smallest thing that I'm comfortable sleeping in, and yeah, you wake up and you got a titty out of the side.
Well, and you wake up, like I have one of those like floor length mirrors in my room, and I'll wake up and I'll sit up sometimes and I'll be like, "Girl, you gotta get your life together." I can't wear tank tops to bed anymore. No, like it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to wake up like that.
Oh my gosh.
Those hot flashes suck. Yeah. Pixar didn't happen. Jared, get out of here.
You're not wrong, Jen.
It's embarrassing when you wake up
Those
and your
hot flashes. Ugh.
men's balls do the same thing. You guys wake up and one's in an obscure corner. It's touching the hole. You're like, how did you get back there?
Everybody get back to your original places.
For my daughter slapping me for pancakes with my nip. Yeah. Yeah, no, and that's when people think that I won't make fun of myself, I will. I will make fun of myself.
We make fun of ourselves, and we're also, I think both Ash and I are very self-aware. And as someone in recovery, you're never going to say something about us we haven't already said about ourselves and taken accountability for. So enjoy.
I'm a hot mess. Have you not seen the sidestep to unstick the balls that men do? Jared, I was just talking about that. I said that you guys do that little, like, you guys think that squat is unnoticeable, and you do that squat and the slight wiggle, and you guys do it like when you're grocery shopping and shit, and you don't think we notice that you're unsticking your balls from your leg. And
they do that little step out, like they separate their legs a little bit and give it a quick squat and wiggle.
If the kids are gone, I definitely sleep unclothed. I can't. I want to. I want to. It's just like I'm always afraid someone's gonna pop in, and then I'm gonna be half asleep, and it's gonna be mayhem. My ex-wife.
Read Austin's comment.
Where is it? Oh, my ex-wife and I spent the night at my grandma's. She came in and said, "Put your tit up, damn tank." It's no after dark yet. No after dark yet. Oh, Dodge, you want to up? Oh no, you accidentally did that. Maybe? Why is it not? It's showing me that you're requesting. My husband shakes his leg. My husband does, and I giggle so hard. I know. And it's got to be like boobs, because like women with boobs, we're like, I don't care what you tell me. Like, they're like a support pillow. Like during the day, you'll just catch yourself and you're like, oh, squish. And like, you just go on with your day. And it's got to be the same with balls. It does. You guys just have to like, it's a emotional support squish. I sleep in the nude. If you walk in, that's your own fault. Fuck them. Don't break into my house or you're getting a show. Exactly. Oh, I'm gonna get going soon because I do have to get in the shower. But I've got a few more minutes in me, I think. I need to wash my hair. I've had it in braids for 2 days, and that's because it's unwashed. Okay, it wasn't hair washing day, and I just did not feel like messing with it. Do the stanky leg come from? Exactly. You got to do the stanky leg. On the hand, barely sitting in the pants, or the hand barely sitting in the pants. Yeah, like Al Bundy. They just got to remind themselves that it's there.
Oh my God.
Ash, wash your feet. I will. I'll wash my feet in the shower just for y'all.
Yes, make sure you clean your feet.
Clean my tootsies. Everyone, it's a good reminder to wash your feet, wash your hair, brush your teeth.
Absolutely.
We need K-Dot's reaction to this conversation. Oh yeah, she'd be unhinged. Her faces too would be hilarious. Are you eating ice, Sunshine?
No, I'm sorry, I forgot I was not muted. Yes,
I love that.
because I
Not
told you
only-
I'm in the Phoenix house, so I took the leftover coffee and made iced coffee because we have that commercial ice maker with the nugget ice. So I got the good ice. I mean, I have the good ice at home too, but
Facts, Austin.
and wear deodorant, the kind with metals and all. Yeah. Do the world a favor. Do the world a favor and just take care of yourselves today. And I did say, like last night when she was live, her hair was clean. That was clean hair.
was.
That was clean hair.
yeah, she definitely looked better than I've seen her look like in a very long time.
Yeah.
Even though she was crashing out.
Her sore on her forehead looked better.
Yeah. I agree with that. I think that she was well maintained yesterday, comparatively.
Yeah.
She took her quarterly shower.
Shit, no.
Damn.
I mean, Jared's not wrong.
I gave a compliment. My chat takes it. Her hair looks so much better. Yeah. She quit shaving. I don't know. You know, at some point it might be a contest between those two. He can grow a few pubes on his chin, and she's like, you know what? Fuck you. I can grow a stash.
And
it might be that. And I'm not saying I can't. Like, I get facial hair just like every other woman does.
Same.
Like, we do.
Oh,
Every woman
shit.
does.
I get the I will look in the mirror and have a neck hair about 2 inches long, and I'm just like, how did no one tell me about this?
Her beard is longer than Justin's 3 chin hairs. Oh my god. She did look recently showered, and that's the best comment I can muster up. Yeah, Candy. She has the goatee I want club.
Shadow was shadowing yesterday.
I think it's an intimidation factor. I do. At this point, it's got to be.
It's working.
I can rub mustache to mustache with someone. Yeah, if I don't take care of my mustache, I will have one. And if I don't take care of my chin hairs, I would probably have a better goatee than Justin.
Same.
I would. I don't care. Judge me for it. That's what happens. As you get older, that you get hairier too on your face.
Oh, my husband bought me a monthly subscription to go get a facial, and they do that. The dermaplane. What's it called? Dermaplane. where they basically shave your face, and I will never be without it until I can't go anymore.
You have one single chin hair, Candy. You're so lucky.
Well, you must be young, Candy. There's more coming. They're gonna tell their friends, and they show up the older you get.
They do.
For the
It's like,
party.
it's so annoying. I am like constantly tweezing my face because I'm like, what is this? Like, what hormone factor have I hit that this is what I'm experiencing now? I love dermaplaning. I dermaplane all the time. It makes me feel so much better about myself.
Yeah, it's crazy how just you're
You're just not a hairy
if you
lady.
put makeup on,
Look, the
how smooth it
PCOS.
goes on.
The PCOS hair growth is insane.
Yeah.
What is to come, Golden? Everything that you experience now gets heightened.
Oh,
by like
Golden. Golden, enjoy your youth. Enjoy your youth.
If I don't shave, I look like Luke Combs. Me too, God. Me too. Ash, you stop it. I'm sorry, Golden. I wish I could tell you. Some things get better. Some things do get better.
Yes, the insides all get better.
But the hairiness, the hairiness and the dry skin, yeah, you'll notice. You'll notice that is all downhill from here. She stopped growing hair everywhere. What? I wish. Desiree, you're fine. There's pros and cons to aging. Yeah, there is.
Yep.
There is a lot of pros and cons to aging. The back pain, yeah, you wake up sore. I don't understand. Like, you wake up with your back hurting and you're like, I haven't done anything. Like, I slept.
Late 40s, early 50s, not only is it the back pain, but your shoulder, I don't know why, but my shoulders kill me sleeping.
And your knees. For some reason, your knees, like, I used to like laugh at my parents for being like, my knees hurt. And I'm like, no. But like now you'll bend over and you'll be like, what the hell? Like, I need a WD-40 this. Their attitudes don't improve with the hormones. I can attest. Rude. Stephanie and the bearded lady on TikTok can have a competition. My whole body, all the pop lock and dropping fucked up our knees. I have terrible back pain already. Pray for you. I'll keep you in my thoughts. It's just like you sleep wrong and you wake up. My fucking ankles pop as I walk. Oh, I can roll. I can just do my ankles in like a circle and they'll be popping. And I'm like, this is not good. This is arthritis.
I gotta jump down now. I gotta go get stuff done.
Yeah,
Have a good day, Nina.
I do too, y'all. I've got to go get stuff done. I know that nothing pops off until the afternoon. So, and I don't usually come on in the evenings very often. Last night I went into a friend's box for a little bit, and then he has nothing to do with the Wyatt verse. And then I know Block comes on sometimes in the afternoons as well. This comment fucking wins the internet. What comment? Where's Tay? What did she say this time? All that pop lock and dropping fucked up our knees. Yeah, we did damage. We did damage back then. We definitely damaged ourselves. But I don't know. What is everyone's plans today besides listening to me ramble on for a few hours?
I stripped the bed here in Phoenix, and those sheets are currently in the washer. I'm gonna clean up this house a little more, and I'm with Ash. I gotta wash the hair, but I was thinking maybe I'll go jump in the pool since it's Phoenix and it's freaking hotter than hell.
Gonna clean my house so it doesn't look like Revs. Jesus, nursing damaged me. That is the truth, Indian Storm.
Absolutely.
Football practice and get ready to head to Cozumel. Well, Michael, you sound like you're having a lot better day than some of us. I wish I was heading to Cozumel. I've reorganized my entire house waiting for Wyatt to come back. You know what? If that's something beneficial we've gotten out of this, I will take it. I'm at work, delivery driver, about to trip into someone's pool. Oh, shit. Jumping in the pool sounds nice. I might have to do the same. Well, I hope everyone has a grand day.
Let's all go get our adults chores done so that if anything great happens, we can jump on and make fun of it.
Yes, I agree. Taking the doggies to get their nails done. Are you getting them painted? I love when doggies get little doggy painted nails. It's safe for them. The doggy nail polish. I'm not saying like use nail polish on your your dog's nails. Working from home, listening to my fave morning ladies, and now could use a nap.
Aw.
Same. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen.
A nap would be nice. I stayed up way too late yesterday, and I powered through my melatonin, which I shouldn't have.
That's
I
the
wo-
kiss of death, Ash.
Hey, Renew. I woke up. I woke up. Yeah, I woke up groggy this morning. I did, and that's because I powered through my melatonin instead of letting it just take its toll on me. And I should have.
I got off of TikTok and I tried to start watching Big Brother, and I knew I was already falling asleep. And so I just turned it off and put a show on that I could fall asleep to. So I'm gonna try to catch up with Big Brother so we can talk about it, Ash.
Yes, we can talk about Big Brother. I literally got Paramount Plus just to watch Big Brother. I woke up at like 6 a.m. my time and seen Ash live and knew I was up way too early. Yes, it was. I've been getting on later, around like 8:40, 9 o'clock. I'm chasing kids, just clean the playroom while I listen to my AirPods. Hell yeah. I'm about to subscribe so I can watch too. Yeah, Tay, it's worth a subscription. And you can watch the cams again. They have the cams 24/7. I tried
I
to
know I
watch.
started to click on that, but I was like, "Oh, I don't know who any of the characters are yet, so I need to get caught up." And then I was like, "Bitch, you're already falling asleep."
Hi, Krista. We'll probably venture out to the pool soon. That sounds like a nice day. Hi, K Dot. I keep wanting. People keep joining, so I'm like, I don't want to get off yet. How are you doing, K Dot? Yeah, no, I need to wash my hair desperately. I feel like it's dirty as hell today.
Yeah,
But
me too.
I also need to recolor it blue as it's been it's like faded into like green in some areas. So you late, fam. That's what Michael said. You late, K Dot. We're on the same time, so she was up too. I bet, just living life. Hi, Lily. Thanks for joining. All right, y'all. I'm gonna hop in the shower and wash my hair and blow dry it today. I think I'm gonna blow dry it. I'm gonna take the initiative and have some clean hair today.
Get it, girl.
All right. I will talk to y'all later. You should do a hair tutorial so we can get tips on dyeing. I will. I can do that. My hair is pretty simple. It's because I bleached it. If you've been seeing my story, like you'll see me as a blonde. Yesterday, Cody was like, that was in the box, was like, did you dye your hair blonde overnight? And I was like, no, that's from last year. I was very, very blonde. And then I let it, like, my natural is, the top of my hair is all my natural and the bottom was where it was bleached. And so that's what takes the blue now. So I don't have I don't do anything out of pocket with my own hair now. But my daughter's, I recently bleached the bottom of her hair and we made it like sherbet. It was like pink, teal. It had some green in it. It was really pretty. Make
Ash,
sure to
you're a
wash.
fun mom.
Oh yeah, my mom didn't let me dye my hair like this when I was a kid, so like there's no harm in it.
Absolutely not. Of all the things they could be doing, who gives a
Nope.
shit?
Yeah, I don't care. You can have your hair whatever color you want. It won't ever affect me. All right, y'all. I'll see you all later. Stay safe.
Have a
and-
productive day, everybody.